Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school football playoffs. Tonight, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Novellus, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, and TMK Valley Propane presents the Indian Valley Braves versus the Logan Elm Braves in this Division 4 Region 15 Week 1 playoff in Circleville. Tonight's game is also brought to you by First National Bank of Denison, the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team, Wood Electric, and Keim Home Center. Now, let's head to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Nick McWilliams and Shannon Thomas.
Welcome down to Circleville as Big Z Sports has you covered with high school football in the playoffs from Division 4, Region 15. Good evening, everyone. Nick McWilliams and Shannon Thomas joining you for today's coverage of high school football, and it promises to be a great matchup as we have the Indian Valley Braves. They are the visiting team. They are the 13th seed and travel down here to take on the number 4 seed, the Logan Elm Braves. So I'll welcome in Shannon Thomas. And Shannon, we were talking coming down here. Usually, sometimes we are not always the smartest. We try to be, but we can guarantee you Braves are winning tonight.
I put all my money on the Braves to win tonight. Anybody want to take that bet, I can send you my phone number, but all my money rides on the Braves.
Something tells me, though, that if we do that, the odds have dropped drastically if you're going to start doing it. What do you think the plus-minus is on that?
Right now, it's probably 0.
Who knows? So some interesting notes from this. Obviously, we know Indian Valley is a team that is very much used to being the home team in recent history when it comes to the playoffs. And we actually asked head coach Matt Lancaster about that. He'll talk a little bit more about that, how this is a little bit different experience for Indian Valley, having to hit the road and come down here. But the funny thing is, as we come into a stadium like this, I don't know, I look around, this still has the kind of feel like it could be a home team for a home game for Indian Valley, because you look at this sideline, it's filling up quick, as you'd imagine.
Yeah, the sideline's full, and looking at this field kind of brings back the old Kelly football field days. It's a grass field, got a nice big crown in the middle. Grass a little high on the outsides and in between the hashes. You said it's a little thinner, but could get a little sloppy. And what better way for the Indian Valley Braves to go on the road and be the underdogs, but you're having a throwback game at Kelly Field. You
are, and I mean, this has the potential to be a throwback game in the sense of not only could you have the sloppy field conditions, there was the potential for rain. I'm looking up in the sky now. I don't think that's happening, but that wind is going to be a factor, and it's blowing from left to right.
Yeah, well, we've seen the kicker out here for Circleville warming up and believe he hit about a 40-yard field goal. So if you're Indian Valley and you win the toss, you want to make sure that if it comes down towards the end of the game, you want him kicking into the wind. You do not want to give him that extra wind. The flags over there on top of the press box on the other side of the field are standing straight out. So it might dry the field a little bit, but I'm not sure how much it rained before it got here.
I don't think it's going to dry too much.
I wasn't expecting the amount of rain that we got on the way down here, but it's a grass field, and it's not going to drain off like that turf does back in Jenaton.
No, it definitely won't. Kind of a weird thing to think about Indian Valley football having to go to a surface that is grass, and that's not what they're used to, just because of recent history, obviously, with the brand-new facility. Coming down here, though, I can promise you, it ain't going to matter too much because you know that it's going to be smash-mouth football, and I think Logan Elm expects that. On the other side of the coin, though, from Logan Elm, this is an offense that is not afraid to pass and run as well. It kind of has a similar vibe as this new Indian Valley offense as well. They want to distribute the ball in a variety of ways.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Logan Elm coming into this game, so I had the day off work, and I watched a couple games on YouTube today. And like you said, they're pretty much a 50-50. When they got to run the ball, they'll run it. But they like to come out and run out of the 4 wide. You know, they give their quarterback plenty of opportunities. Nice quarterback. He's thrown for about 2,000 yards this year, and he doesn't have very many interceptions. So they're going to come out and do what they got to do. And Indian Valley is going to have to be physical on defense like they are all the time. And from Indian Valley, we expect them to run the football, but they do have that threat with Colton Thomas and Tanya McComb, and they run a couple little screen passes there at Golder too, so that they have the option to throw it if they need it. But we know the Indian Valley Braves will run the football.
They absolutely will. Well, let's go ahead and take our first time out as we are going to check in with Logan Elm head coach Terry Holbert here as he brought his insights to what you can expect from tonight's presentation. You're locked into the Wood Electric pregame show live from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications roll on after this.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Janayton Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn in New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Calling all princesses and princes, superheroes, zombies, and all the other kids in costume. You're invited to Trunk or Treat on Saturday, October 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Novellus plant at 7319 Newport Road, Southeast in Yorksville. Stop out for lots of candy, an appearance by Can Man, and there'll be a special treat at 8:30. So come on out to Novellus's plant at 7319 Newport Road, Southeast in Yorksville for their Trunk or Treat Saturday, October 28th from 6:30 to 8:30.
Fell can sell. When you choose the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team, you can count on local expertise, terrific communication, an expert negotiator on your side, and detail-oriented service throughout the process. Real estate does not have to be difficult or stressful. Choose a team that will make the process quick, easy, and professional start to finish. Whether you are ready to buy or ready to sell, make sure you call Caleb Fell with the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show live from Circleville. Big Z Sports on location for Indian Valley versus Logan Elm. Now joining us, Logan Elm head coach Terry Holbert. And coach, a little bit of a drive for us to come down here and do this game, but it doesn't get much better than this. High school football in week 1, and I'm sure you guys are overjoyed about hosting a game to start off the playoffs.
Absolutely. It's something our kids have worked really hard for. It's something that they've earned, and so to be able to host a home playoff game, and really this is our second year in a row doing that, it's just a tribute to what our kids and the work they've put in.
Now, Coach, speaking of that, hosting the 2 games now back-to-back in the playoffs, what's kind of been the key to that success? What's been the recipe that has brought your Braves that kind of success?
Well, we have a great group of leaders in our seniors. We've only got 9 in total, but their ability to lead this team, they all play significant roles on both sides of the football. That has been really big to our success.
Now, I know the old adage is when the postseason rolls around, we forget about the wins and losses from the regular season, but we kind of can't do that just because 9 wins for you guys. What was working for you guys really well? It seemed like you have a really good, nice, balanced attack.
Balance is the key word, and balanced is a word that gets thrown around a lot. That's not necessarily 50-50, but I think offensively we pride ourselves on being able to run or throw the football, and we've forced defenses to have to make decisions as to what they're going to defend, and then defensively we've just been consistent all year long, and when we've been able to create and cause turnovers, that's where we've played our best football.
Now, on the other side of it, for you guys to open up the postseason, you have the Indian Valley Braves coming into town, a team that's in recent years really been used to hosting games, now hits the road. So what do you see out of Indian Valley across there that you guys expect?
The first thing that jumped out at me on film right away was just how physical of a football team that they are. You can tell they're experienced. They've been in these situations. They've played in these games. And so, we expect a great battle tonight. They're well coached. No surprises coming straight at you. And so you've got to do the fundamental things really well. You got to block, you got to tackle, you got to play physical and take care of the football.
And finally for you, Coach, the biggest key for Logan Elm to pick up a playoff victory here at home and keep their postseason dreams alive?
The plan to win never changes, and this is coming from an offensive guy, but number 1 on that plan is you got to play great defense. Number 2 on that plan is you got to take care of the football, and then you've got to be able to respond to adversity, and the team that does that the best nearly every Friday night is going to come away a winner.
Awesome, Coach. Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck to Logan Elm out there tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That was head coach Terry Holbert from the Logan Elm Braves live, the Wood Electric pregame show. Stick around. We've got head coach Matt Lancaster for Indian Valley coming up in your Wood Electric pregame show.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products, DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC vitamins and minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com. Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back into the Wood Electric pregame show, now live from Circleville. Indian Valley set to do battle with Logan Elm out of Division 4 and Region 15. It's the first round of the high school football playoffs. Down along the sideline now with head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves. And Coach, long bus ride to get down here. We know that's always something you have to deal with, especially this time of year, but how are the Braves feeling coming into this first round matchup?
Good. You know, it's a long bus ride, but if you want to play at home, win more games. So they deserve the right for us to come to them. We just made a little trip out of it today, stopped halfway down, ate at a rest area, did our walkthroughs there, you know, and got back on our feet. So we had a good week of practice, and we know we're up against a really good opponent, but we feel we're ready to go.
Now, before we get into any breakdown of what you see out of Logan Elm, we were just talking before we started here. It's kind of almost back to the good old days of Kelly Field with the natural grass surface. Obviously, we've had a little bit of rain, but you guys aren't really that far removed from playing on grass, and in the IVC, you're kind of used to that too. Yeah, and you know, these guys aren't used to these players aren't used to being at Kelly Field like we were in the old days. But we just played 2 weeks ago at Tusky Valley on natural grass in similar conditions, a little wet. So. The field looks like it's in decent shape, shouldn't come into play, so we're excited to get out here and get it going. Now, in some recent history for Indian Valley, you guys have hosted more than a few playoff games over the past couple of years. This is a little bit different for you guys, obviously having to hit the road, which you made mention to earlier. Obviously going against the Logan Elm team that's only lost one game this season. So on film breakdown this week, what did you see out of this team?
Yeah, to speak to that too, 2012 was the last time. I looked it up. I was like, when's the last time we went on the road in the first round? And it was 2012. So this is a little new thing for us, but our region is really loaded this year. So a lot of good teams in it. Logan Elm's one of those that you mentioned tonight, and 9-1 record in a tough league with you know, good competition, the likes of Bloom Carroll and Hamilton Township. So they played a good schedule, and they got a good football team. You know, kids have had recent success in the last 2 years. They get good athletes all over the place on the offensive side of the ball, and their defense gets after it. So we're gonna have to come out and play well.
And Coach, just looking back to Week 10 with the record-breaking performance, obviously, with Sam Carter with the passing yards, a career mark for Indian Valley. You also have a record breaker in Colton Thomas. Having guys like that on the field that are those senior leaders, how integral can that be, especially in an away playoff contest?
It's huge, you know, having those guys that have been there and done that. You know, they can lean on their experience of last year in the playoffs. You know, making that run to the regional championship game. So they've been in big games, you know, and most of those kids are still back on this team. So having been there, you know. Does bode well for
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time. because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Lutz Body and Paint, located at 7573 Wolf's Crossing Road in Jenaton Hutton, is there for you when a never-planned auto collision repair is needed. Lutz Body and Paint performs the auto body and painting services needed to get your vehicle back to looking showroom new in a timely manner at a reasonable price and provides free estimates. Lutz Body and Paint is a proud supporter of the Indian Valley School District and wishes best of luck to the Braves athletes participating in tonight's game.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Jenaton Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Jenaton Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
It is your Wood Electric pregame show live from Circleville. The Logan Elm Braves play host to the Indian Valley Braves high school football in round one of your playoffs. It is Division 4, Region 15. We're waiting for both teams now to take the field, and a big thank you to both head coaches of the respective Braves teams that they lead, Terry Holbert and Matt Lancaster, for their time. We are going to go ahead and start things off now. Indian Valley won the toss. They deferred to the second half, meaning they will be starting on defense. So with that in mind, Shannon Thomas, you have those defensive starters for Indian Valley.
Yeah, starting on the defensive line for the Indian Valley Braves will be number 8, Riker Williams, number 18, Jackson Bircher, and number 54, Justin Cadgett. As we move over to the linebackers will be number 4, Owen Fockler, number 20, Cam Guspit, number 22, Grady Kinsey, number 24, Quake Beatty, and number 44, Deacon Trimmer. And your defensive back for the Indian Valley Braves will be number 7, Colton Thomas, number 5, Tanya McComb, and I'm missing somebody here.
Not sure which one.
Maybe that was all of them. They run the extra outside linebacker. So number 4, Owen Fockler, number 5, Tanya McComb, and number 7, Colton Thomas.
I wish you all could see the look that Shannon and I just gave each other of like, I don't know what you're missing, man.
Well, the problem was a couple games ago, Indian Valley went to the too high safety, so that kind of threw me off right there when I was looking for the second safety.
That's I feel like Shannon Thomas is like the unflappable one of Big Z Sports, and whenever he doesn't have something, I'm a little bit concerned. Logan Elm looks like they're going to be taking the field here shortly, as will the Indian Valley Braves. So we'll go ahead and get to those Logan Elm starters. At quarterback, it is number 4, Aaron Walters. He will also be the punter for the team. He is a junior, 6 foot tall, and 185 pounds. 2 running backs in this team's offense. Number 1, Landon Thompson. It's in parentheses. It says LT, so I'm going to assume he wants to be referred like LaDainian Tomlinson. He's a senior, and he stands at 5'10 and 180. The other one is number 23, Michael Bach. He is a junior. At wide receiver, only one of the 3 that are listed, number 6, Carson Summers. He is a senior, stands at 6'1" and 185 pounds. On the other side, they actually have 2 other wide receivers that are listed. It's number 7, Cam Smith, and he is a senior, 6'2" and 180 pounds. Then it's Hunter Kersey. He wears number 13, and he is a senior. The big tight end, the guy that you're going to have to keep an eye on out there on offense when Logan Elm's out there, and I'm sure Indian Valley's going to keep an eye on him as well. Number 81, he plays tight end and defensive tackle. He's a senior, Camden Red, 6'5", 235 pounds. On the offensive line, the man in the middle running the show is number 51, Colton Eplin. Then it's number 52 on one of the guards, and Ian Rossi. He is a senior and 5'10 and 190 pounds. The other guard is number 65, Bryce Perkins. And One of the tackles is number 58 in Connor Green. He stands at 5'11", 259 pounds. The other tackle is number 55, Abram Montgomery. He is listed at 5'11", and 245 pounds, and a junior. As Logan Elm's getting set to take the field now, Shannon, you want to go ahead and run through quickly those Indian Valley starters?
Yeah.
On offense, I should say.
Indian Valley starters on offense. We'll start with the skill positions. It all starts with the quarterback. Number 2, Sam Carter is a senior, 5'9", 170 pounds. Wide receiver, number 5, Tanya McComb, 5'9", 160 pounds. He's also a senior. Next will be Colton Thomas, who likes to be known as KT among his teammates. Wears number 7, 6'1", 180 pounds, and he's a senior.
I like what you did there. Anyway, keep going.
Jackson Bircher, tight end, number 18, 6'1", 200 pounds, and he's a junior. Then comes the little guy in the middle, running back, Grady Kinsey, number 22, 5'9", 185 pound, sophomore, but runs like a
bowling ball
veteran farm kid. Then comes wide receiver, number 25, Eric Golder, 5'11", 160 pounds, and he's also a junior. The guys up front, where it all starts, guard, number 50, Brogan O'Connor, 5'9", 170 pounds, he's a sophomore. The center, number 52, Hunter Peterman, 5'9", 185 pounds. He's a junior. Tackle, number 64, Hayden Wrench, 6'1", 280 pounds, senior. Tackle, number 68, David Stryker, 6 foot, 260 pounds, and a junior. And then guard, number 75, Brogan Wilson, 5'11", 210, and he's a freshman.
Thank you for that, Shannon. As for the defensive starters for Logan Elm, number 14 will be Josh Hunter. He plays safety for the team, listed at 5'11", 145 pounds. He's a junior. Number 9, the strong safety, Gavin Hoover. He's a junior as well. The center, one of the corners will be Cam Smith, number 7. We introduced him. He's a senior, as well as Carson Summers. He will start on the other corner position. Linebacker, number 1, Landon Thompson, their running back and linebacker. And number 12, linebacker Keegan Deal. He will also be a tight end at times, but he will be mostly a linebacker on defense. Junior, 6'2", 225 pounds. The other linebackers, Colton Eplin and Bryce Perkins. And on the defensive line, two-way players, as they both play on offense and defense in the trench. Number 52, Ian Rossi. Number 58, Connor Green. And number 81, Camden Red. As we are just about set for kickoff here again, Indian Valley won the toss, deferred for the second half. Shannon, you're playing away from home. You are the underdog in terms of the seating. Probably a smart choice.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Coach Lancaster's done all the years that I've been following Indian Valley on their sideline. He always defers if he has a chance. He believes that second half possession, the first one of the second half, is one of the biggest possessions of the game. So he puts this first possession in his defense to go out there and get a stop, and then that way then the offense can get on the field and that's the way he likes to go.
Well, buckle up, everybody, as we are about set for the opening round of the OHSAA playoffs. The Wood Electric pregame show has come and gone. It is time for football in Z Country as we are about to get underway from Circleville. Kickoff man for the Braves will be Tanyan McComb, another one of those do-it-all players for Indian Valley.
And I can tell you right now, something that I haven't seen all year is number 7, Colton Thomas, is on the kickoff team. He has not been on the kickoff team all year.
Out here on gunner, and he'll be right beside Owen Faulkner on this side. So we're about set here. The cowbells are alive and well for the Indian Valley faithful. It's high school football. It is the postseason. It's week 11 in Division 4, Region 15. McComb's ready and puts his leg into it, and we are underway. It's a low-line drive. Went under the returner's hands, and that might have touched Thompson. Going back to grab it now. It's going to be the returner for Logan Elm. He's going to make a cut, go to the left side, and he is driven down hard, and guess who? It's Colton Thomas. Shannon, you couldn't have drawn that up any better as Thomas out there on the edge. He recovered well as the man who cut back on the inside on the kick return there in number 14 for Logan Elm. He could have had the sideline.
Yeah, there's one thing about the gunner. You got to get down there quick, but you also got to contain. Colton did a nice job keeping his sideline over there, and the guy didn't have nowhere to go.
So 1st and 10 for Logan Elm, and they start on their own 10. The shadow of their own end zone to start things off. What a beautiful night for football here in Z Country. Just a little bit extended away down in Circleville. So it's a pistol formation, 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. It's a turn and handoff. It's Thompson up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he'll get tripped up and falls down at the 15-yard line. Make that the 16-yard line. So a good gain of 6 yards to start the game for the Logan Elm Braves.
Yeah, Thomas had to come in from his safety position right there. Was able to get to the legs and upend him. If Thomas whiffs on that tackle, he's gone.
So now it'll be 2nd down and 5. They did give him only the 15. Almost a brave Indian Valley defender who jumped there. Ball on the 15. As it will be in the shotgun. The pistol in Walters. Same formation. Thompson behind him. Turns, gives. Thompson up the middle. And there was a whole host of Braves defenders to slam him down in the backfield. One of them was Jackson Bircher. The other was Quake Beatty.
Yeah, Bircher did a nice job from his defensive end position. Got in there, got the initial contact. Braves was able to drive him back for a no gain. Now it'll bring up a big 3rd down.
What a boost this Indian Valley defense got when Quake Beatty was back on the field. He's the leading tackler of this team, and he's kind of that field general out there on defense.
Yeah, Quake's one of those kids. He's all over the field out there, and that takes pressure off some of them other kids because Quake's out there just being a leader.
5 wide now. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. In the shotgun, Walters back to pass. Looking, steps up. He gets drilled in the pocket, and that pass is fallen incomplete. And guess who? It's the freshman off the edge, Riker Williams.
Yeah, that's what Riker's done all year. That's a big play for a freshman right there in a big-time game. Nice job by the defensive backs. They were able to keep the receivers contained, and the quarterback held on to it long, and Riker Williams got in there.
So now a punt situation, as it could be a 3-and-out to start things. Indian Valley's defense could not have drawn that up any better. There will be a lone man back for Indian Valley. Kind of a hybrid punt formation here, Shannon, as you do have the one-up man. But it is going to go back to Bach, who will punt it away. It's a short punt, as that is going to take a bounce at the 30 and roll and die at about the 39-yard line. Indian Valley starts in plus territory for their first offensive possession. And you can hear it, the visiting Braves fans are already fired up, Shannon.
Yeah, nice job by Tanya McComb right there. He seen it was going to be a short punt. He started yelling. They have a hand signal. All the other Braves seen it. Was able to get out of the road. It could have took a chance of hitting one of those players in the back.
Well, we just saw that was at the Ohio State game that they just had that happen. It does still happen in the professionals in college and, of course, here in high school. So, quickly to the line now, and they'll go under center for Indian Valley. It's a strong formation. Pitch out, Tyson Pryor. He's going to make a cut. He's going to go up on the numbers, and he's going to get down to about the 33-yard line. A very nice first run to start off for the Braves of about 6.
Yeah, Indian Valley come in with Tyson Pryor right there at halfback. And Logan wasn't sure which way the ball was going to go. But nice job by Pryor. He got to the hole where he needed to be and just goes straight forward. There's no reason to do all that dancing. Go straight forward and look how many yards you can get.
3 wide receivers left, 1 on the right. It will be a pistol formation. Sam Carter, the senior, the record breaker for Indian Valley. And now he'll go up towards center, call out an audible or clarify it with his offensive line. He's got Pryor behind him. There was a little bit of a miscommunication on the handoff. Pryor's still going to get positive yardage. He's going to fall forward to about the 30. And in that pile, we are going to get a flag coming in. Shannon, it'd be hard to call a hold there. You'd think it'd be a face mask, and sure enough, I think that's what they signaled.
Yeah, he come in late and throwed that flag down on top of the pile, so that took away the hold call that ought to be. On the initial snap, that looked like Tyson Pryor went to step forward, and his foot slipped back. And that's why him and Sam Carter had trouble in the exchange. A nice job by both of them not to fumble it.
So now Indian Valley moves down to the 26-yard line. First down and 10. 2 running backs behind Carter. It'll be Kinsey and Pryor. 2 wide receivers split out on either side. First man through is going to be Kinsey. He has to stutter step, and now a ball through over the safety, and he's gone to the 5-yard line as Grady Kinsey absolutely leveled the safety for Logan Elm.
Yeah, I don't know who it was on the defensive line. Reached out and grabbed a hold of Kinsey, kind of spun him a little bit. Kinsey broke through that tackle as a weight room tackle, as Travis would say, and he ran down through there, and the safety come up and met him head on. And that is a decision that that young man will rethink the rest of the game.
That was Gavin Hoover who tried to meet Grady Kinsey in the hole out on the edge, and that was low man wins. My goodness. 1st and 6 from the 6. A big run there for Kinsey of 20 yards. In the red zone now, 1st and goal for Indian Valley. And it's Colton Thomas from the Wildcat. He's going to break right. He's going to get the edge, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. The Indian Valley Braves take the 6-0 lead. Colton Thomas from the Wildcat, and he shows why he's such a great athlete.
Yeah, Thomas was supposed to go off right tackle right there, probably between the tackle and the guard. Seen that hole closed, was able to bounce it outside, and he has the speed to get out there. Not the greatest field positions, but he kept his feet and just was able to walk into the end zone.
4 runs, that's all it takes for the Braves to get all the way down and score the game's opening points. As it will be McComb who steps in now for the extra point. Owen Faulkner to hold for Indian Valley. Snap is down, he's into it, and he just gets it over the bottom of the crossbar, and it's 7-0. Indian Valley takes the lead in the opening round of the playoffs over Logan Elm, 7-0. Stick around, Big Z Sports is back after this.
Hey football fans, are you ready to cheer on your local team in the playoffs?
Hi, this is Bethany Peters
and Chet Peters from the Peters Team Realtors and Auctioneers with Keller Williams. And we're here to show our support. Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking for your dream home, our team has got you covered. We're not just passionate about real estate, we're passionate about our community. So join us in rallying behind our team as they dominate the field. Go team. Go Peters Team Realtors and Auctioneers. We're here to coach you.
Welcome back to Circleville. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications here. As with an electrifying start for Indian Valley, they lead 7-0 thanks to some power running from Grady Kinsey, Tyson Pryor, and then Colton Thomas to cap things off as the Braves lead 7-0. Big shout out to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, TMK Valley Propane, and Novellus for bringing us our live streams every single year. Shannon, I didn't even have time in that Indian Valley drive to pose this question to you. I was going to say, don't you want to establish the pace here early in the physicality with downhill running? I think they got the memo.
Yeah, they established the physicality on defense and came right back and did it on offense.
So the kickoff will come from McComb, and it will be another low dribbler. It's going to be picked up by an up man at about the 30. He'll make a cut, and he will get up to about the 43-yard line, as I almost thought the ball came out there, but that's where Logan Elm will start things off. Yeah. So on offense, go ahead, Shannon.
Well, I was going to say Indian Valley last time made the big play on the kickoff. They didn't catch the ball, went down there, and they buried them deep. Now Logan Elm has got good field position.
So Logan Elm, their first drive, they went 3 and out. So we'll see what the home Braves can do from their own 42-yard line. It will be a pistol formation again. It will be Walters at the quarterback position. Thompson lines up behind him at running back. Play fake, back to pass, a lot of pressure. Williams gets tackled to the ground, no flag. Pass goes to the big tight end, and he is slung down. Camden Red gets the reception there. Shannon, I got to be honest, I don't know where the flag was on that play.
Yeah, Riker Williams completely got tackled in the background. He looked like he was going to get the edge, and then all of a sudden the tackle wrapped him up and rolled him down. And that's a tough call right there because there's 2 referees. They brought the extra man with them, so there's 2 guys back this time.
It is a gain of 3, the first completion of the game for Logan Elm to the big tight end in red. Pistol formation again. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right, 1 running back, and Thompson behind Walters, the quarterback. He'll get an audible from the sideline or just get some clarification. Indian Valley's defense readies themselves. Walters back to pass. A little bit of pressure. Now he's have to step up. Move from his left. He didn't see the blind side, and he's going down. And guess who, Shannon?
Looks to be Riker Williams and his cousin Jackson Bircher. Both of them meet at the quarterback for a family reunion.
It was Walters who had no idea that blind side hit was coming. Credit where credit is due there as he was able to hold on to the football. But it is going to push them back to 3rd and 17 from their own 35-yard line.
Here comes Logan Elm up to the line.
So now in the pistol formation, Walters back to pass, looking, pressure again. He's got to step up to his left. He stumbles. Williams and Pryor. And now that pass is down the field, and it is caught along the sideline, but well out of bounds, as that was almost a very athletic play there for Hunter Kersey, but the coverage was Quake Beatty.
Yeah, and the defense, and he slipped a little bit, so that gave a little bit of opening. We had a guy here for Logan Elm that looked that he was going to get higher to the flat. He would have been a little bit short, and I think that was going to be his primary target. And just as the quarterback rolled out, that guy fell down. So field conditions are coming into a play right now for this passing game.
So the second straight potentially 3 and out now for Logan Elm. I cannot imagine they'd be going for it naturally, as it will be the punter on the field and Michael Bach. It's interesting because Walters is listed as the punter. But it looks like Bach is going to be handling all the punting duties, and we're going to have a flag, and it's going to be a false start. I think one of those guys on the edge, Shannon, got a little bit too jumpy and just started leaning forward before the snap came back.
Yeah, he was anticipating the snap, and he just kind of got going forward right there. And now you're backing yourself up again, and if you get off another bad punt like you did last time, Indian Valley will have good field position.
So punt formation again, one lone man back for the Braves. I do believe it's Eric Golder. There's Bach. He'll get into it. End-over-end kick. It is going to take a bounce at about the 48 and picked up, and it is going to be driven to the right side, or I should say carried to the right side there for Indian Valley. It was actually Tanyan McComb, and he will get submarined under at the 47, so that's where Indian Valley will take over their drive.
And the stick guys are happy because he got tackled right at the stick.
Did not have to move.
They had to move like 6 inches, so the Braves pretty much got back to where Logan Elm would have got the first down at.
So Indian Valley almost in plus territory. They actually marked McComb at the 48. So this formation, one tight end left side, one wide receiver out there in Colton Thomas, two wide receivers right, pistol formation. It's Carter. He's got Kinsey behind him. Golder slips in motion. There goes Kinsey up the middle, stutter steps, and he's maybe going to get a yard before he gets stood up. You're going to have that on this on the field after a lot of that rain there, Shannon. And, for Kinsey, we know he's so explosive on those one cuts, he's just going to have to hope that his foot can find some traction on the ground.
Yeah, and it started out here in motion with Eric Golder with his foot slipping, and that kind of threw everything off because he was probably supposed to get past the quarterback in order to help lead the block in the snap. So you also got to watch that if you're Golder. You got to watch that you don't run into your quarterback as he's coming out of the snap.
So it actually appears now as though they gave him the 50. They did give him midfield. So a 2-yard run. It'll be Pryor now who lines up. Kinsey lines up as kind of an H-back off the right side. Here comes Thomas for motion from left to right. He's going to get the jet sweep. He looks for room. Tyson Pryor with a nice block, and Colton Thomas goes up and over and nearly flips over, and now we're actually going to get a personal foul as Gavin Hoover, when Thomas got up, Hoover shoved him towards the sideline.
Yeah, Thomas was down and then stood up on his feet, and he come in there and cleaned him. And you had the Braves were going to have to, go for it and try to get the first down, and you just gave it to him.
That is one of those situations, Shannon, that will absolutely drive a coach nuts. As that was only a 3-yard gain, and it would have brought up 3rd down and 5 for Indian Valley, but the unnecessary roughness will end up giving a first down, and it will put the Braves all the way down now to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Logan Elm did a nice job right there reading their keys. They knew where it was coming. They come in. Pryor made a nice block, but they was able to pursue and get him down. But now it's all for naught.
Interesting formation here from Indian Valley. 2 running backs back there in the pistol. Kinsey to the left of Carter. Pryor behind him. Colton Thomas goes motion from right to left. Carter looking, and he's going to have to go back to the right. He finally gets a block. He'll step up in the pocket. He's still scrambling around. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to maybe get a half yard. He is picked up now by Logan Elm and finally brought down to the grass. Well, that was a wild play. Carter did not have a receiver open and eventually just had to slow down and try to cut back through, and it looks like Tyson Pryor is actually going to get taken here to the sideline. Not sure if we got a blood on the uniform situation. Yeah, he might have lost his helmet too, I guess.
I mean, that would be the reason for bringing him off, because the referee never talked to the coaches.
No, I think he just lost his helmet maybe.
So they brought him over. But nice job for Sam Carter for running for about 25 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage, so the Braves will just have 2nd down and 10.
So Carter now is actually checking into the ball game for the first time tonight for Indian Valley. On offense is Riker Williams. I thought it was Riker Williams.
Yeah, Riker Williams at quarterback. Cam Guspit's in.
And now we're going to get a timeout, Indian Valley. I think the Indian Valley Braves were just a little bit confused. Timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. Big Z Sports is back in 30 seconds.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made-fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
Back into Circleville from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, Nick and Shannon, along with the Claxon Communications crew, bringing you today's presentation of high school football. The Indian Valley Braves versus the Logan Elm Braves, Division 4, Region 15, first round of the playoffs. Looks like Indian Valley, after that timeout with a little discombobulation, Shannon, they do still have freshman Riker Williams in there.
Yeah, Williams come back in. But I kind of noticed where the ball's at right now. Look where all that dirt is right now. That's probably kind of soft right there. Braves are going to have to watch their footing.
I stood there for one of the pregame interviews. Yeah, I can promise you it's soft. So it will be the shotgun snap. It's Williams. He's up the middle, and he's got a huge hole. And Riker Williams is going to get a first down on that run. A First Federal Community Bank first down, and he pushes all the way up to the 19. Nice run by the freshman.
Yeah, Riker Williams is a special player. Only a freshman. You would think he's probably a junior or senior on this squad, the way he plays defense, and then when he comes in on offense, just to make plays like that.
So it looks like they technically have the ball marked at the 20, closer to the 19. It's 19 and a half, maybe. So Indian Valley have entered the red zone, the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, for the second time tonight. Pistol formation. Carter has the lone man in Kinsey behind him. He'll turn, hand it off to Kinsey. He's going to dance through. He's got a big hole, and now he's going to get slung down at about the 15-yard line. He ran into a whole host of Logan Elm defenders.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I noticed about Logan Elm, the little bit of film that I get to watch him. If you can get enough wide receivers out there and spread them out a little bit, you do have success running the ball as long as your offensive lineman can make initial contact. That's a pretty nice sized defensive line for Logan Elm.
We have a whistle and a timeout here, and it looks like that's actually a sideline warning on Logan Elm.
Nope, on Indian Valley.
Oh, it was on Indian Valley, I suppose. So a sideline warning there. No harm, no foul on the first one. You get that warning. So it will be 2nd down and 5 from the 15-yard line. It will be a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. As it in the backfield is Colton Thomas and the Wildcat again in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go up the middle, and he's going to jump over the pile and push forward to about the 11-yard line. And it will bring up down, I think, potentially a 3rd and very short. Interesting there, Shannon, as I'm assuming he's just laying it all out, trying to go for that first.
Yeah, I know that he probably couldn't go either way from where I'm standing. It's hard to see, so it looked like he just thought, instead of getting shoved backwards, I'll just take a quick dive here. And with his leaping ability, he got about another 1.5 yards.
Looks like the officials were going to call for a measurement. Now they wave it off and start the clock again. Interesting. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 from the red zone, as it will be Carter under center. Kinsey, the fullback. Pryor behind him. Thomas motion from left to right. 1 wide receiver right. And McComb turns, hands it off. Kinsey, first man through. Busts through in for a touchdown. Grady Kinsey almost absolutely untouched and takes it in from the 11-yard line to push the Indian Valley lead to 13.
Nice job right there by Grady Kinsey. Nice little quick handoff. They lined him up at fullback right there. Had Tyson Pryor at halfback. Quick handoff to Grady Kinsey. Linebackers never seen it coming. He got to the 2nd level and just kept right on going.
2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Indian Valley. Give one to KT and give one to Kinsey, as it will be McComb now to try to add on the extra point. Faulkner gets the snap, puts it down. McComb's into it, and it is blocked and going to fall short. But Indian Valley takes the 13-0 lead. They've set the tone here in the first round of the playoffs. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Do you have property you'd like to have cleared? Do you know the value of standing timber? Well, Millwood Lumber in Chenaden-Hutton is a buyer of standing timber and land across Ohio. Millwood Lumber also offers 2 convenient ways of purchasing firewood. Prepackaged bark-free firewood producing less creosote, ash, debris, and bugs, providing convenience for you. Or you can purchase bulk firewood by the truckload. Learn more about Millwood Lumber. Visit millwoodlumberinc.com.
This is Carly Mills. At First Federal Community Bank, our mission is to empower the financial well-being of our community one person at a time. Through integrity and quality, we earn the trust of our customers and exceed their expectations. First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community since 1898. Serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC.
It is Indian Valley who leads Logan Elm 13-0 thanks to a Grady Kinsey 11-yard touchdown run, as they have opened up the first round of the playoffs and setting their tone and kind of, I think, putting everybody on notice here quick in Region 15. It will be McComb to kick off. For the other Braves, Shannon, almost a little shell-shocked over on that sideline with this quick start. It's going to be a low line drive again, off the hands of the returner on the up man. He's going to cut left, and he's going to get driven down by Owen Faulkner for Indian Valley. So starting now on offense from the 35 will be Logan Elm after that return from Hunter Kersey. You had a scoreboard from some of our other area games, Shannon.
Yeah, our AutoWorks Collision Center scoreboard. Garraway leads Rock Hill 14-0 in the first quarter. Kinston leads Dover 7-0 in the first quarter. Youngstown Ursuline up on New Philly 8-0 in the first quarter. West Holmes up on Bryan 14-0 in the first quarter.
We'll get to more of those here in just a second. It's a pistol formation, kind of an H-back in the tight end there off on the right side. He'll go back now as Kersey. Walters turns, pitches it out. It's going to be a run, and it is not going to go very far. It's going back to the 35-yard line as the ball carrier for Logan Elm. Getting dropped on that play was Michael Bach. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I don't know who the defensive lineman was that got in there. They kind of made a dive and make him step sideways, and just as he did that, Jackson Bircher come over and cleaned him up for the tackle.
So it did appear that getting over there was Jackson Bircher, the first man down, Riker Williams. So now, from the 36, 2nd and 10, Walters gets the call from the sideline. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far, pistol formation. Bach lines up behind Walters again. Walters back to pass, wide receiver screen. Going to sling it out here to the left in space. And a nice stiff arm out on the edge there for Logan Elm. That was Carson Summers who planted the defender there for the Braves and Eric Golder.
Yeah, Golder come up. Golder had the angle, but Summers did a nice job getting his helmet out there and getting more room. I believe that might have been Cam Gusbett that came over to finish him off to knock him out of bounds.
So it will be a 3rd down now and short. Should say 3rd down and medium, rather, and 3rd and 6 situation. Ball exactly on the 40-yard line. 3 wide receivers far now. Walters back to pass, looks left, and it's going to be to the big tight end, and he's going to have an easy first down there. Indian Valley has to gang tackle big Camden Red, as he does have a nice gain for a First Federal Community Bank first down. That is a big, big body to try to take down.
Yeah, and he did a nice job. He got out there the first down stick, was able to get, posted up, and they got him the ball. That's their first down of the game.
2nd reception as well for Red. Pistol formation again. Walters back to pass, puts it in the belly of Bach. Bach, he's going to find an edge. He's going to go to the left side, and he's down the sideline, and he is shoved out. And if Owen Faulkner does not react and push him out at the 32, it was going to be a house call for Bach. Some life out of the Logan Elm offense.
Yeah, Logan Elm's going hurry up right now. They found something here. If they go hurry up, Indian Valley's not being able to get off the ball real well.
So the ball goes to the 32-yard line, as that was a big-time run for Bach. Handoff again. Bach left side. He's grabbed from behind. Jackson Bircher's going to hold him by the belt loops and finally bring him down after a gain of a couple. Interesting way to tackle.
Yeah, Jackson Bircher's pretty strong, and he got a hold of him. He was not going to let him go, but he was able to kind of drag forward for what looks to be about a 3-yard gain.
So 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Ball going to be on the 27-yard line. Walters in the pistol. He has Bach behind him again. They'll fake the snap there. Actually mark it down on the 26-yard line. So the previous run good for 6 yards for Bach. Walters turns, play fake, looking, steps back in the pocket. Williams bringing pressure, and he can't wrap him up, but the second man through can't either. And finally, Riker Williams recovers, nearly drops him again, still doesn't get him down. Tyson Pryor finishes it off.
He was running for his life back there. Everybody had a shot at him. And I'm kind of having trouble with this spot right here because he continued to run backwards.
I'll refer you to the replay now because the first man through was Riker Williams. He misses. Coming in later then was a defensive tackle there. Then it was Riker Williams again. Finally, Tyson Pryor finished it. The other man through for Indian Valley was Hayden Wrench. They're going to spot him at the 38-yard line. So they're going to say it was a loss of 9.
Yeah, the one official started carrying the ball back forward, but then the other official come back and said, no, you got to bring it back here. So that was a big play for Indian Valley.
Walters back to pass, looking, nothing there, getting pressure, steps up, Cadgett, he's got a hold of him, he's going to drop him. Justin Cadgett gets his first sack of the game, and now he's going to give a first down, though, to Logan Elm as he got a little bit too excited there, and they're going to call the taunt.
Yeah, that's kind of tough to call the taunt on that, as he was walking away from him. It wasn't like he stood on top of him and screamed. He was walking away from him as he did it, and I understand, you can't let kids taunt like that, but his back was towards him walking away.
So for Cadgett, will be his first, obviously, They'll call the unsportsmanlike conduct, give him the first down. You actually noticed something there, Shannon, that Coach Matt Lancaster didn't get angry at him. He actually went out on the field and kind of patted him on the helmet and said, hey, great play, man, but you got to relax a little bit. You got to calm down a little bit. So now, instead of what would have been a fourth down upcoming, the ball moves to the 29-yard line on that unsportsmanlike.
Indian Valley now is going to have to find a way to make a big stand now. They had to stop. Now they got to find a way to do it.
So it will be Walters in the pistol. Bach behind him. 3 wide receivers left. Go ahead, Shannon.
It's only 10 seconds left in the quarter. He's not snapping this ball.
Highly doubtful, as it does look like he will have it tick down to the end of the first quarter. Indian Valley leads Logan Elm 13-0. Big Z Sports will return with today's presentation of high school football, brought to you by DAC Vitamins and Minerals in the second quarter after this.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast, professional service to get you back on the road? This is Garrett Jacobs with AutoWorks Collision Center. We service cars, trucks, SUVs, and even semi-trucks and RVs. Whether you need auto glass replacement, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just a free estimate, AutoWorks has you covered. We even offer alignments for your heavy-duty vehicles like buses, motorhomes, and semis with our state-of-the-art Hunter alignment system. Call 330-878-4223. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Let AutoWorks of Strasburg work for you.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back here to Circleville, as it is the Indian Valley Braves who lead Logan Elm 13-0. Nick and Shannon. And something I didn't realize, Shannon, that's not an automatic first down.
Oh.
I thought it would have been. Is that not it's not a personal foul?
I thought he called personal foul, but I guess I'm not sure how the
and
personal
actually, I think they're going to get this. Are they going to get this corrected? Because it looked like Logan Elm players were a little bit confused too.
The scoreboard still says fourth down.
And so do the linesmen. So we're going to stick with a 4th and 7, so it's going to be a huge play here. It will be Walters in the shotgun. He'll turn, play action, fake, and here comes the edge rush again, and it's Grady Kinsey who drops Walters, and another flag comes in. As Kinsey is going to get flagged for, I can only imagine that they might say a horse collar, or they said they blew the whistle.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Matt Lancaster standing there talking to him. I got headphones on, so I can't tell if they blew the whistle or not.
I did not hear any whistle. But like you said, we have headphones on. The referees are actually having a discussion now. I mean, this would be one of those situations, Shannon. You saw Kinsey after he dropped Walters. He picked him. He was trying to help him back up. Like, I'm sorry, I'd have no idea. So there was the whistle. I don't think the whistle was thrown but a second or two before Kinsey slung him down. I don't even know, and the Indian Valley faithful, I don't think they heard a whistle either. So we're actually going to get a conversation here now. And I think they're pointing towards Kinsey. And it looks like they might, and they are marching something off here, so it is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe a late hit. And that, if I'm not mistaken, Shannon, should put Logan Elm pretty close to a first down. If not past the first down marker, it should, actually.
This one here might be a first down. That first one was a dead ball personal foul. So you wouldn't have got a first down on that one.
But this will give him a first down because it goes back to, I guess, the line of scrimmage, not where the foul occurred. So all of a sudden now, Logan Elm has entered the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. The Braves' defense has been, Indian Valley's defense has been swarming, but has shot themselves in the foot multiple times now. The sacks will still be awarded to Cadgett and Kinsey.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the drive continues for Logan Elm. So now a heavy formation. Walters almost drops the snap, and now we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to be a false start. I think Walters started almost falling back before he got the snap, so they're going to flag him for the false start. Yeah, this has been a wild drive.
Yeah, this drive here has got more flags on it than Then you see it, what do they call that team over there in Pittsburgh when they wave that terrible towel?
We don't like to talk about that. I don't like to. I'm sure some people do.
But this has been interesting. These officials here is kind of, they're quick on the whistle.
So 1st and 15 now, still in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Walters in the pistol. 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. It's Bach behind him. Walters turns, play fake to Bach, looking right, looking, steps up, delivers into the end zone. It's deep, and it is into the hands of the receiver, and it will be called incomplete. Boy, the official took a long time there. As it was red, it was in the back of the end zone. I couldn't tell if he got his feet down or not, but regardless, it's called incomplete, and we are moving to 2nd down.
Yeah, it was a nice play by the wide receiver. He's seen his quarterback in trouble, so he just streaked out. Nice strong arm, got it out there.
I'll reference our replay now that's on there, and Shannon,
He's
that's
out.
close.
It's close. Looked like the one foot was right at the white line. The other one would have came out.
So an incomplete pass there for Walters to his big tight end in red. So we'll see if they want to dial that up again. He got behind the defense. 2nd and 15 from the 20. Back to pass is Walters. He has Bach back with him in protection. Up the middle, Quake Beatty falls and can't pull it away, and it is a touchdown in the end zone, Camden red. Beatty was in position, but he just couldn't elevate high enough, and Logan Elm strikes for their first score of the game.
Yeah, Quake Beatty was trying to run backwards was his problem. He's running backwards and then tries to jump up, and he's just way too tall, and that's what happens when you line him up at tight end or in the slot. A linebacker's got to cover him.
So the first drive ends in points now for Logan Elm as they'll line up for the extra point. Snaps down, kick is up, and it is good. Logan Elm strikes again, and they bring it back within 1 score. Indian Valley leads 13-7. The first round of the high school playoffs return in Z Country after this.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics in the business of making smiles at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
High school football in Z Country is here with Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications. Thanks to Novellus, TMK Valley Propane, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and DAC Vitamins and Minerals for bringing you today's YouTube live stream. As Logan Elm has pulled back within a score with the touchdown to the big tight end in red. Indian Valley will receive the kickoff, and it looks like it's Colton Thomas who'll go on the right side, and he will find an edge and gets up to about the 47-yard line, so almost plus territory to start for Indian Valley. We were just talking off the air, though, Shannon. Unfortunately for the Indian Valley defense, they played phenomenal that last drive. Just some very ill-afforded penalties that we still are kind of scratching our heads with.
Yeah, Indian Valley had them stopped probably 3 times right there, but the penalties kept the drive alive, and then Elm did a nice job with the size matchup right there and was able to get the touchdown.
And I will say, we're never one who's very hard on officials by any means because it is a difficult job to have. As it looks like we have a timeout on the field. Thought maybe we had an injury, but I'm not sure where the timeout's coming from there, Shannon.
Looks like Logan Elm took a timeout according to the scoreboard because both of them now only have 2 timeouts left. So Elm probably wants to get regrouped on defense after these first 2 drives by Indian Valley.
So to recap, as we go back to that last drive, it was Camden Red in the back of the end zone coming from Aaron Walters. That first play they had was a little bit cleaner, and it looked pretty close to a touchdown in the back of the end zone. They said it was incomplete. They go right back to him, and I'm not exaggerating this at all. Quake Beatty could not have come any closer to tipping that ball away. Unfortunately for Quake, though, He's listed at 5'8", Red's listed at 6'5". That's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, and if you're Elm, that's kind of the matchups you've got to continue to look at, because right now their only offense is to their big tight end. He's got a first down out here. He's got a couple other catches, and then that touchdown. So right now that's the only offense that they've got.
Ball on the 47-yard line of Indian Valley. They'll start on their own side of the 50. Here on the left side, it's going to be McComb, Thomas, and Kinsey. Lone man in the backfield with Carter is going to be Pryor. And it is going to be Pryor who's going to go off the right side, and he gets submarined under there at the 49-yard line. He will start the drive off with a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job by Logan Elm right there. But looks like we got a Logan Elm player down.
We do have a Logan Elm player down, so we'll go ahead and take a brief timeout here, and Big Z Sports will return after this.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
T-County Boxing Academy on East High in New Philadelphia invites anyone serious about boxing to see what they offer and have success just like pro boxer and Yurixville's own Sugar Dre Donovan. T-County Boxing Academy not only offers the area's premier training facility, but also offers the best supplements on the market for peak training to get the most out of your workouts. To see all T-County Boxing Academy has to offer, find T-County Boxing Academy-TCBA on Facebook.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Big Z Sports now back in Circleville, 13-7. Indian Valley leads Logan Elm as we are still waiting on the player for Logan Elm to get up and leave the field. As never like to see injuries, especially not in the playoffs, Shannon. So we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But you have another scoreboard update as some more interesting games to start off the playoffs.
Yeah, another Auto Works Collision Center scoreboard. Garraway all over Rock Hill in the D6 Region 23. They're up 21-0 in the first quarter. And Kenston, they're up on Dover 10-0 in the first quarter. Youngstown Ursuline still only up 8-0 on New Philadelphia in the second quarter.
Really?
That's a score right there that shocks me, and hopefully the Quakers can get something going. Steubenville up 7-0 on Carrollton. Well, that just changed, so it's now 14-0 in the second quarter. West Holmes up on Bryan. Nope. That one's tied. I'm having all kinds of trouble reading my phone. But Bryan and West Holmes are tied 14-14 in the first quarter. Cortland Lakeview up 14-13 on Sandy Valley in the second quarter. South Range up on Fairless, only 7-0 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Central up 14-7 on Triway first quarter. Fort Fry up on Tusky Valley 14-7 second quarter. Newcomerstown up 7-0 second quarter. And Malvern up 7-0 second quarter.
Thank you for that, Shannon. And we will say Cameron Smith, the senior corner for Logan Elm, was able to get up and walk off under his own power, so that is great to see. So in the shotgun will be Carter as he throws it low, and it goes right into the chest of the defensive lineman, Keegan Deal. The linebacker actually was coming hard off the edge.
Yeah, nice pressure right there. He got in there, was able to get his body in between Carter, and it looked like he was going to go out here to the flats. Derek Golder, who was running wide open out here. But ball got batted down, and this is a big third down for Indian Valley.
That is a definite that you see, Shannon, how well these teams scout into the playoffs. Logan Elm knew what was coming there as Carter rolled out to his left. That's a play that the Indian Valley Braves have loved to do all season long. And it looks like we're going to have a clock issue here, and sure enough, we are. as the entire scoreboard, in fact, is now showing all zeros. We promise it's not. It's 13-7. This could take a while to reset.
Yeah, they're going to have to get all the official game clock and everything back up. Not sure whose job it was to keep track of official time, but
we can promise we are not the ones who are going to get in trouble for this because we're on the visitor sideline and we have our own little box here, which I do want to say outside because sometimes this gets lost throughout a broadcast. A huge thank you to Circleville and to the Logan Elm School District for welcoming us in here. They have been great since we got here. Awesome facility, awesome place.
Yeah, as soon as we got here, they got us right inside here. The Claxon crew already had their stuff set up. They got water in the press box for us. Had to go down and get me some French fries and a tenderloin sandwich at the concession stand. But
you got to try the concession stands from all over the state, right?
You always got to go to the concession stands. You never know what you're going to find that you'll like. But, nice place down here. Brand new school, gone up. Took us a little while to get here, 2 hours and 20 minutes, but you're just passing all these cornfields, and then boom, a school pops up in the middle of one. So
it's my kind of area, you know that. Something you had mentioned when we were off the air about this Indian Valley defense, they have been swarming. We know that, but in addition to that, this is a team that averages, I forget how many sacks it was a game. They can really force pressure, but they have done an exceptional job of it today as they're actually going to take both teams off the field while they try to reset the clock here. But go ahead about those sacks so far. It's just been a swarming defense.
Yeah, Indian Valley with 4 sacks. Justin Cadgett had a sack, but he still gets credit with the sack, but he had a dead ball personal foul. Grady Kinsey, who got the sack, but got the unsportsmanlike conduct for, or I guess it would be roughing the passer. I'm not sure what the call was.
Unnecessary roughness? I really don't know.
Because the whistle sounded, and 1.5 seconds later, Grady laid him on the ground. He didn't throw him or anything. He even tried to keep him up off the ground, but he got called, but he still gets credited with the sack. Jackson Bertrand and Riker Williams both got a half a sack because they had a family reunion at the quarterback.
Which I forgot to mark that one down.
And Tyson Pryor has a sack after everybody missed. Tyson Pryor came up with a sack. And Riker Williams also has one pressure at the quarterback where he chased him down and he threw the ball away just to get rid of it to avoid a sack.
I don't know if either there has been any kind of snap yet to this point, or at any point while Walters goes back to pass for Logan Elm, that it hasn't either been Williams or Pryor or Berkshire or just somebody going off the edge and getting there so close and getting almost the sacks there. As you can hear the fans applauding as the scoreboard has returned. That was interesting, Shannon. That all came back almost immediately.
And now you got to see who did this extended timeout play favor to right here, because it's a big third down for Indy Valley. Did he give Matt Lancaster time to come up with a play here, or did they get Logan Elm defense time to get relaxed and their coaches say, hey, watch for this play, look over here? We're going to find out here in a couple seconds.
Well, it's super simple there to keep kids, high school kids, locked in on the sideline, right? Carter in the shotgun, back to pass, fakes to Golder, looking right, nothing there. He is deep in the pocket. He's looking, and he's just going to throw it away to the right sideline, incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not anywhere to go with the ball there that time, Shannon, and that, unfortunately, for Indian Valley will mean the first punt of the game for them.
Yeah, and now the pressure is going to be on their defense because their offense went out and put up 2 quick scores, and you was up early, and then you had those penalties that let them get back in and get on the board. Now you're asking your defense to make a stop right here, because if not, Logan Elm can go down and they could actually take the lead if they score a touchdown and make the extra point.
So it will be Colton Thomas who is back for the punt. KT steps forward and puts his leg into it, and it is going to take a bounce at about the 25-yard line. Going to go back towards Thompson. Thompson, he's going to pick it up at his own 8-yard line. Good blocking for Logan Elm initially, and then they drop him. Indian Valley finally swarms on him. One of the men down there, Tyson Pryor. So it looks like the Logan Elm Braves will start at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, Tyson Pryor did a nice job not letting him get outside, and Riker Williams come in, and they both met there, so that's a half a tackle for each of them.
I tell you what, I saw Tyson Pryor down on the field before the game, and I knew this from his basketball days naturally. Kid's a phenomenal athlete. He is built like a defensive end, let me tell you. He is exactly what a defensive end should look like.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He spent a lot of the offseason this summer in one of the local gyms building his strength to get ready for football and basketball season.
So ball starts on the 15-yard line. Walters in the pistol, lone man behind him. They're going to bring in LT again, Landon Thompson. Turns, hands off. Thompson, left side. He's going to get drawn out by that Indian Valley defense as they can't get an edge on him, and they will finally bring him down after a gain of about 4 yards as he goes plummeting out of the sideline. pick up a 4, moves it to a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, the Braves strung him out there, and that's what you like to do with a speedy guy, but they was just never really to close on him, and he's able to get that first down or get a positive yardage on first down.
So 2nd down now and 6 from the 19-yard line. 3 wide receivers right side for Walters, 1 on the far. He has 1 man in the backfield with him. It's Thompson. Walters back to pass, and we're going to have a flag, and I believe it's going to have to be a false start. Sure enough, it is. I think one of the receivers out here nearest to us, Shannon, got started early.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of took about a half a step. He was leaning forward, and he took a half a step. I'll tell you another thing I've noticed. Logan Elm, on these snaps, a lot of snaps are starting to come in low right there. And the quarterback's going to have to talk to a center in time. Hey, you got to get this ball up a little bit. It's getting close to hitting the ground right before it gets to me.
Yeah, and the way that this Indian Valley defense has been swarming, I don't think Walters wants to have to deal with that extra half step or two that he's going to have to take if the ball's low. Walters gets another low snap. Back to pass, looking, steps up, middle, and it's just out of the reach of his receiver in Kersey as he had a step on Eric Golder, but it was Walters who could not put it on the money.
Yeah, nice little moves out here by the 2 wide receivers for Logan Elm. They kind of did a little cross right there, and Golder got behind on the steps and let him get the inside position. And if that's a good throw, that's getting housed.
So it now is 3rd down and 11. Logan Elm deep in their own territory. Going to have to dig into the bag of tricks to find something to convert.
Indian Valley here with the 4 down lineman this time brought in Tyson Pryor the last play, pulled out a linebacker, so they got the 4 down lineman.
Walters in the pistol, back to pass, looking. Steps up to his left. He's getting pressure. Riker Williams back across the field up the middle, and it's over everybody's head. Incomplete. And it looks like Indian Valley has forced the 3 and out.
Yeah, Williams and Tyson Pryor both giving chase right there. Got him running to the sideline. He was never able to really square his body and just kind of throw it down there. Had some receivers in the area, just couldn't get it there.
I misspoke. It was Tyson Pryor on that pressure who forced Walters to have to get rid of it. I tell you, man, both between Williams and Pryor creating that pressure off the edge, I do not feel I feel bad for Walters back there, I should say.
Yeah, nice job by the whole defensive lineman right there to get pressure and force him to try to run on this field with these conditions and throw it.
So it will be Bach back again for the punt. He'll step into it, and he will drive a spiraling punt that is caught in the air by Eric Golder. Actually, I take that back. Tanya McComb. McComb going left, and he has a nice return and is going to bring it up all the way to the Logan Elm 36, maybe 37-yard line. That is a good return for McComb as he gets up and takes it about 10 yards to put him even better in plus territory.
Yeah, nice job by McComb. It kind of come off as a spiral kick, and it was kind of low, and it got to him early, and he's looking forward thinking, do I call fair catch? Because you want to get the good field position, don't want to take a chance of muffing. Well, there was nobody around him. He was able to get it and advance it forward.
I might have misspoke. 28-yard line. I think I said 38.
Yeah, so Indian Valley in great field position.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. 9:17 to go here before halftime as Grady Kinsey spins around still on his feet. Kinsey's going to have a big run up to about the 15-yard line. He was getting taken down, and he sat on the defender and stood right back up. Great awareness for Kinsey.
Yeah, one thing about Grady Kinsey, if you're going to take him to the ground, you better have a hold of him because he's going to bounce whichever way he can. He's got lower body strength that you can't believe, and you just can't bring him down like that.
So the ball on the 15 now as Kinsey with the nice gain as they have entered the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Eric Golder late coming in right here.
From the slot, there's 3 wide receivers to the right. The lone man behind Carter will be Kinsey. Kinsey's going to get the handoff. He's got a lineman in front of him, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Grady Kinsey, second time untouched going into the end zone, and Indian Valley leads 19-7.
Grady Kinsey's been telling me for 2 years, I want that shirt. Guess the statement he's making tonight? He wants that shirt. Unbelievable game. He's
second touchdown run of the night for him.
Yeah, he's got such awareness of the field of where he's at. He just makes that cut and he goes straight forward, and he dares anybody to step in front of him, and nobody did at that point.
So we asked on the Extra Point Show who was the weight room king, and they said it was undoubtedly Grady Kinsey for how much time he spends in the weight room. I hope I brought a big enough shirt if he ends up getting it. So 2-point conversion upcoming. Colton Thomas is now in the Wildcat. He's going to take the direct snap, go off right side, try to plunge forward. He was close, and he's in. Colton Thomas dives forward for the 2-point conversion, and that puts Indian Valley back up by 14 points now. It is the Braves leading 21-7 in the opening round of the playoffs. Big Z Sports is back for the kickoff after this.
Big Brothers Big Sisters needs your help. Hi, this is Monique Duke, and we are committed to matching 82 children that have been waiting to meet their big. Do you have 4 hours a month that you could share with a little doing something you both enjoy? We match bigs and littles with similar interests, so this could be fishing, going to a ball game, going to church, or even shopping. If you would be interested in changing a child's life, please contact us at 330-339-6916 or visit us at bigsforkids.com/volunteer.
21-7, the lead for Indian Valley over Logan Elm now. First round of the OHSAA playoffs from Division 4, Region 15. And Shannon, you and I were talking, even though Indian Valley already had that one-score lead, given what kind of happened on defense prior, and you're probably still feeling a little down about how the way that drive ended, giving up points, that was a big statement drive there.
Yeah, Indian Valley, one thing about these kids right here, if calls like that go against them, sometimes they can hang their head. But when it's a call that they don't think that was the right call, it fired them up. And they came out right there, got a big stop on defense, right back down the field, and scored a touchdown.
Tanyan McComb to put his leg into it again for Indian Valley, leading by 14. 8:39 to go before halftime. And it is a squibber again, and the up man's going to actually just fall on it and take it from the 33-yard line. The up man who fell on it. Was that Kersey again?
Yeah, that was Kersey.
I think he's had every kickoff return for this team so far, and he's an up man.
Yeah, Indian Valley, they don't have a real strong leg. Tanyan can get it a little bit further than that, but apparently they've seen something on film, and they're not going to kick it way down the field. So kick it to the up man, get them down the 30-yard line.
Think of it this way. You're going to be slipping and sliding a lot. Might be hard to keep your lanes on kickoff return. Indian Valley looking to punch their ticket in advance. As Indian Valley, Colton Thomas there was a little miscommunication there on defense. Now he'll line up on the one wide receiver who's out on the far side. Heavy formation. Walter's going to turn, give it off to Thompson. Thompson, he's looking for room, and he is grabbed by Eric Golder and slung down. Nice tackle by Eric Golder, limiting a 2-yard gain there for Thompson.
Yeah, Golder did a nice job, got up on his back, was able to wrap him up, was able to bring him down. That's one of those ones that if he could run through that tackle of Eric Golder, he has the sideline.
So the ball moves up to the 35, Logan Elm's own 35. I would like to remind everybody who's listening or watching right now, I should say, the reason that we're only saying Indian Valley and Logan Elm, it's the Braves versus the Braves, folks. We can't, hard to differentiate. Pistol formation, heavy again. 3 H-backs off to the left. They're going to fake it to Thompson. He's going to air up deep. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's Colton Thomas who picks it off in front of Red. The safety for Indian Valley, the career interceptions leader for the Braves, picks it off in front of a 6'5" tight end, because why not?
Yeah, I don't talk to Colton during the week. I try to give him his space from football, but I did know this week.
Look at the jump ball. Look at the way he high-pointed that.
Yeah, he told me this week that how big this wide receiver was going to have, and that if he lined up out in the wide receiver spot, he was coming out of safety and going on him, and that's why the coaches did it right there. Another interception to add to his career.
His career continues to roll on. KT been a very special player for this Indian Valley team. Carter is in the backfield now, and we are going to get a whistle and a time out here, as I do believe they had a personnel issue. Somebody wasn't out there on the field, so Indian Valley will reset. 7:55 to go now before halftime, 21-7. And Shannon, that's always an interesting thing in this scenario. You do have the 2-touchdown lead, but unfortunately, you don't want those errors because you don't want to let stuff like that slip away.
No, you just caused your coach to burn another timeout that you shouldn't have to burn. They got 4 coaches down there, and they're all yelling for the personnel number. So those are the numbers you got to know. You got to know where you're at. Obviously, one of the players didn't go on the field, try to run on. It was too late. He had to come back off, and Coach Lancaster had to call a timeout. Indian Valley would love to go down right now and punch this ball into the end zone and burn some clock because they get the ball after half.
The interesting thing about this Indian Valley team, too, Shannon, most teams have, you could say, a 4-minute offense or a 2-minute drill. I think Indian Valley's offense is built for an 8-minute drill now to bleed this clock out and go all the way down the field.
Yeah, you want to burn as much clock as you want, but you still want to get 3.4 yards a carry because you still got to get that first down. And if anything less than 3.4 yards a carry, then you're playing behind the sticks. You got to get that first down. You don't want to give the ball back with this much time to give them the opportunity to score.
What about 3.3 on first and second down, then 3.4 on third down, huh? It will be Carter. He's going to step into a throw. It's Riker Williams. It's going to be a gadget play. It's a double throw. He's down the field. Kinsey's there. He grabs it. Grady Kinsey, stiff arm, 25. He's going to get dropped. It was a double throw as Sam Carter threw back to the left side. Riker Williams almost looked lost there for a minute because I don't think he saw Kinsey down the field.
Kinsey, kind of smaller guy, he was kind of hid behind the defensive backs, but nice job by Kinsey. He seen him looking for him, so he took the slant towards the field. Perfectly thrown ball by Riker Williams.
That ball goes from the 35 to the 22 on the throw from Riker Williams to Grady Kinsey. My goodness, Shannon.
So much for bleeding the clock was my initial statement.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the edge of the red zone. They're actually going to mark it at the 23-yard line. Carter back to pass. He actually pump fakes it because he handed off to Kinsey. Big collision, and he somehow keeps his feet and finally gets dropped at the 11-yard line, as it's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down as they enter the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Tell me Grady Kinsey is not pumped up to play this game.
Whew. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 now. Indian Valley actually can still get a first down.
By about 6 inches, it looks like the Braves might be able to get another first down, but sometimes 6 inches is all you need.
Kinsey on that last rush gets a solid 10 yards. Carter in the shotgun. He's got Kinsey beside him. He goes back and he looks left side, gives it to Colton Thomas. Thomas puts his shoulder down and pushes forward, and he'll get even deeper into that red zone. As like you said, Shannon, so much for taking your time. This Indian Valley offense wants blood.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Lancaster knows these kids are pumped up right now, so just go ahead and go after it. You get it, put the defense back on the field. You never know. They might come up and get another stop.
So that pass from Carter to Thomas. That's a link-up, Shannon, that if you're an Indian Valley fan over the last couple of years, Carter to Thomas is something you got rather used to hearing.
Yeah, they've got quite a few hookups since their freshman year, as they both got the start as freshmen.
So it's Carter under center now, big fullback, and Jackson Bircher lines up in front of Kinsey. Jackson Bircher's going to get it. He's going to lower his head and push forward, I should say his shoulders, maybe get a yard or two out of it, but not much more than that. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of play Coach Lancaster here has on 3rd down. This one of these plays, do you go with what's been working? Try to be conservative and don't turn it over? It's going to be 2-down territory. They won't go for the field goal right here. See Tyson Pryor coming back in. Cam Guspett coming out, and Jackson Bircher coming back in.
So now, the 3rd down and 5, 6 minutes to go here before halftime. Jackson Bircher kind of doing his best Mike Olstadt impression there. Didn't need a lot, just tried to get some. Carter under center, turns, hands it off. It's one of those slot handoffs, and it's going to be to Colton Thomas, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Indian Valley leads by 3 scores.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of misdirection right there on the counter slot. I think Elm was looking for Grady Kinsey to get it in his fullback position because that had been successful for him, and Thomas come around through the slot off the fake up to Kinsey. Thomas goes into the end zone off the left side.
That was a 6-yard carry for Thomas into the end zone. Actually, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Indian Valley increases that lead 27-7, 5:43 to go. So it will be Tanyan McComb now for the extra point. McComb into it, and it will be good. Indian Valley leads 28-7. Big Z Sports returns for more of high school playoffs after this.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for so your athletes have the best gear for the sports they love. Dumont has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing and embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and all your apparel, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the financial needs of local community members for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with the unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact the office at 330-308-8700 or visit cushfinancial.com to schedule your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independent Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
5:43 to go before we enter halftime here from Circleville. What a game Indian Valley has put together both offensively and defensively. They lead 28-7 in the opening round of the Division IV Region 15 high school football playoffs. Huge shout out to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Novella, Stack Vitamins and Minerals, and TMK Valley Propane. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications joining you live from the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Tanya McComb gets his foot into it, and that's going to be out of bounds right in front of the returner, Bach, so it's going to be good starting field position for Logan Elm.
Yeah, nice job by Bach right there. That ball, it bounced, and he was kind of looking, should I touch it or let it go, and it finally went out of bounds. I mean, if it kind of stays in bounds right there, he's got a live ball that he's got to try to get on, but he made the right decision and brings it up to the 35.
That had a weird sideways spin on it. As both these teams looking to advance in the playoffs, but for Indian Valley thus far, Shannon, they've seemed like they're just one step ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they're one step ahead. Great job by the coaches and their playing calling on the offensive side tonight. Got to give it to the guys up front. All year long, that's kind of been the question mark. They've had injuries up front, and Coach Peterman, told me this past weekend, he's like, hey, if our boys up front do what they do, and then we could be dangerous, and he's right.
So the ball will start on the 35-yard line as it's Walters in the pistol. He'll turn, he'll hand it off. It's Bach who's going to hit the hole hard and go forward to about the 41-yard line, a 6-yard gain. That's a good way to set the tone on this drive for Bach.
Yeah, nice job right there. Got a big enough gain right now. They can come out now and second down and throw if they have to.
2nd down and 4. Walters in the pistol. 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. 1 man back is Bach. Indian Valley shows blitz, now backs off. Hands off to Bach. He'll go around the edge, and it's Owen Faulkner teaming up there on the edge with Riker Williams, and they drop him for very minimal gain.
Yeah, nice job right there by Owen Faulkner. He read the keys, was able to get in there. And Bach's a strong runner, but Faulkner was able to hold him long enough till Riker Williams got in there. And somebody else come in. I didn't quite get the number, but big stop right there. This is a big third down for Elm.
Ball on their own 42-yard line. Indian Valley has forced more than a few 3-and-outs. 3rd and 3. Walters in the pistol. Bach behind him. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Showing blitz. Walters back to pass. Looking. Pressure from Cadgett. They're going to drop it off in the flat. Quake Beatty can't make the tackle. And getting the first down, the First Federal Community Bank first down for Logan Elm was Hunter Kersey. The senior converts.
Yeah, nice job right there by the senior to break that tackle on Quake Beatty. That would have been a measurement. That's how close it was. Elm put Red out here on this side, had Colton Thomas out here. Thomas was kind of off trying to bait the quarterback. Go ahead and throw it to him, but he had his mind made up, and it was a good play. Got the first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 38. Walters, play fake, back to pass. There's Williams. He got held. There's the pass up the middle. Red and Colton Thomas are fighting for it. Who has it? And we're going to get the officials to discuss who grabbed it, as they're still, Red and Thomas are still locked up underneath trying to fight for the ball, as now the officials will try to separate them.
The one official already called it.
He already signaled for a change of possession.
Yeah, he signaled for Indian Valley, then all the other referees came in. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen right now.
The old rule of thumb is if it's a 50-50 ball, unless it's clear possession, you give it to the offense, and clearly it was clear possession for Colton Thomas. KT forces another turnover.
KT having a big night. He says, Grady Kinsey, I'm going to match you step for step.
Another INT for Colton Thomas. I don't know how many he has for his career now, but it's quite a few.
That would put him at, I'd have to look. I want to say 16, but I'm not sure.
Come on, Uncle Shannon, you should know that.
I have it in my phone.
Ball on Indian Valley's own 40-yard line. It'll be a I formation. Kinsey, the fullback. Pryor, the running back. Carter turns. Play fake. Nice play fake. Delivers in the flat. Jackson Bircher with the nice hands as he'll get driven down to about the 48-yard line. Nice little hook up there for the Braves on their first play.
I got to give credit to Sam Carter right there. He had Colton Thomas running deeper down the field, and I thought for sure he was going to try to throw it. And with the way the field conditions are, I don't think he could have got squared up to throw it. He took the nice little easy pass right there to Jackson Bircher. Gains, 8.5 yards right there, gets out of bounds.
Well, you look at the time, 3:52 to go before a half as well. You've got plenty of time to milk this clock out and score one more time. That's a smart veteran move for a senior quarterback. 2nd and 2. Carter in the shotgun. He's got Kinsey beside him. They play fake the misdirection. There's a shoulder fake from Carter. He's going to give it off instead to Thomas. Short yardage situation, and he plunges forward and gets the First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, they had Thomas held up right there. Looked like they was going to stop him, and I think the guy that come in that gave him the tackle, he used his momentum to go forward to get the first down.
A 3-yard pickup through the air, but that's all they needed to move into the Logan Elm side of things. First down and 10. It'll be on the 49. Indian Valley breaks the huddle. I don't envy who has to wash those Braves white uniforms after this game. A little bit muddy, but it's dried out a little bit, as you said it might, Shannon. As it is Carter back to pass. Looking to the right side. He was looking for McComb. He's not there. Now he's going to deliver it down the sideline. And coming back for the ball was Colton Thomas. Did he catch that? Oh, my goodness. Colton Thomas drug the toes on the sideline and gets up to the 42. It's a gain of 7.
Yeah, nice job by Thomas right there. I think Tanya McComb was coming across too. But Carter couldn't get to where he could get the ball to Tanya. Thomas, seen as the quarterback in trouble, comes sprinting forward. Carter got it out there. Thomas makes a diving catch.
I thought for sure it was going for McComb, and then here comes Thomas in from stage left and makes the highlight reel catch. So under 3 minutes to go now before halftime. Indian Valley driving. 2nd down and 3 from the Logan Elm 42. Carter in a pistol. Hands it off. Kinsey stutter steps up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he's going to plunge forward and get up to the 34-yard line. Another First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, nice job by Kinsey right there. One little cut. Seen the yard line that he wanted. Ran over a guy to get to it. Clock's burning down to 2:40 here to go in the second quarter. Indian Valley got the ball. Appears to be on about the 34-yard line.
Carter and Golder come in from the sideline now. Shannon, this is where you tell your kids, too, in terms of that tempo. Yes, we do have to get in the end zone, but with 2.5 minutes to go, that is an eternity in football.
Yeah, that's a long time right there. You don't have to rush. Don't make no mistakes.
So it will be Carter in the backfield with a shotgun. He will play fake to Kinsey. He's looking. He does not have anything. He's going to have to step up. He's going to run, and he is going to do everything he can to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he is going to lose a yard on that carry, so it will move to 2nd and 11.
Yeah, nice job by Sam Carter right there to not force the issue. There was enough guys around him. That ball could have got batted, got intercepted. Just do what you got to do. Don't turn it over.
35-yard line, 2nd and 11 upcoming. I think he lost his footing a little bit while going back there in the backfield. That's been a problem. Colton Thomas back in from the Wildcat now. He's got Kinsey beside him. Tanya McComb in motion. It's going to be a little power off the right side. Thomas tries the stiff arm, and he's going to get held up and then dropped after a short yardage gain, as Thomas is going to go down here, and he might have got rolled up on there a little bit. Officials calling for the timeout, and Thomas actually helped right back up. He springs right back up and will walk towards the sideline. So that is a good sign. As do we have a officials timeout then? And they are going to officially call the officials timeout for injury. So Big Z Sports will actually go ahead and I guess take a 30-second timeout here. We're back after this.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden, your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering an experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment. Whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook or call them at 740-561-4100.
Minute 36 to go before halftime here from Circleville. We are so appreciative that you joined us for this showdown in Division 4, Region 15 high school football in Z Country. The Indian Valley Braves lead the Logan Elm Braves 28-7. Thankfully, Shannon, looked like Colton got off the field there, no problem. There's a little tense moments over here on this Braves sideline as he got rolled up on, but he appears to be all right.
Yeah, he's down there cleaning off his spikes, jumping up and down, just stretching it. So, all Braves Nation, when they see him get up, they kind of all gasp.
And that's the unfortunate part of football. We know with injuries they happen, but when you talk about all these players in their senior years, and you talk about all these players who mean so much to their team, and that could be any position, I mean, it's hard to deal with injury at this time. So it will be an I formation. Kinsey, fullback. Pryor, running back. Carter, under center. There's a turn. That's a fake handoff to Kinsey, and we got pressure on the backside, and getting dropped is Carter, and it's Camden Red as he drags him down all the way back at the 42-yard line. Red flexing his muscles there.
Yeah, and you know how big that sack was? That just took it from 4 down territory to now Indian Valley has to punt. And Logan Elm's going to get the ball back with 129. And you know they can come out throw, and they got a quarterback who's threw for 2,300 yards this year with minimal interceptions, but he's throwing 2 tonight.
Technically the first sack of the game for Logan Elm, showing off some pressure there. Indian Valley still leading by 21, a minute and a half to go. No timeouts left for Logan Elm. So what are you telling your defense right now here for the Braves as they're going to give the ball back?
First of all, don't make no stupid penalties like you did the one drive. Tell your defensive linemen, get the pressure, and you got to tell your defensive backs, don't worry about if the quarterback's going to run. You can't lose containment. You can't let a wide receiver get behind you because you took a step forward. Because he's got the arm to throw. We've already seen that.
So Indian Valley will line up to punt. Colton Thomas back to punt. Riker Williams will be his up man in front of him. What a game we've had so far. Indian Valley has shown why, as they came in as a 13 seed. It's one of those 13 seeds that not a lot of people wanted to play. Thomas steps into it. It is a nice end-over-end punt. It goes right into the hands of the returner for Logan Elm. He's going to go left side. He's going to try to find the edge, but a pair of Indian Valley defenders drag him down, and now we're going to have a late penalty flag coming in, flying in here. As we'll have to see where that's from, and that was well away from wherever the ball was on the return.
As far as he's trying to get it to the spot, I'm wondering if it's a hold.
And he did point back towards the Logan Elm side. Certainly does look like a hold. Wind's picking up a little bit.
We'll close this just a little bit. But, I'd have to see the replay if it comes up. But I didn't know if the return man's knee was down when he went to catch the ball.
It was awfully close.
He went low to get it.
Punt from Thomas was high and deep, but it looked like he was able to keep that knee up there. Thanks to the Claxon Communications crew with our video replays tonight. Doing a great job as always. 28-7 the lead. Minute 20 to go here. Ball will start at the 20-yard line for the Logan Elm Braves, and now we're going to have an official's whistle here. And a conversation, there's an issue with the spot of the ball maybe.
Yeah, they're working, but a quick Auto Works Collision Center scoreboard. Garraway up 35-7 at half. Kenston up on Dover 21-7 second quarter. Youngstown Ursuline all over New Philly 35-0 at half. Steubenville.
That game was just 8-0.
Yeah, Steubenville's now up on Carrollton 28-0 at half. West Holmes leads Bryan 28-21 second quarter. Ridgewood up on Edison 21-0 second quarter. Sandy Valley up 28-21 over Lakeview at the half.
Thank you for that, Shannon. All that high school football coverage. Tune in with the Big Z Sports team for halftime as they will bring you all the updates from around Z Country. For Logan Elm, it's the quick pass out to the left side. It's going to Landon Thompson, and he'll dive forward for a handful, but the clock's going to continue to roll.
Yeah, he probably should have tried to take a step and get out of bounds real quick, but he chose to try to run by the runner.
That was a 7-yard gain there for Thompson. Indian Valley fans want to hold. There's going to be a lot of contact, and now they're going to get a flag. It looked like the Logan Elm receiver and the Indian Valley defender were kind of deadlocked together, and we're going to have to see what the flag was. Or, excuse me, which one the flag is on, I should say.
It's going to be pass interference on Indian Valley.
And it sounds like they said defense number. I didn't catch the number there who was out in coverage. I thought they said almost number 2 was on Sam Carter.
No, Carter.
Like I was going to say Carter's not out there.
Carter's not out there.
Oh, 22. Maybe it was Kinsey. Anyway, that will give a First Federal Community Bank first down to Logan Elm. They're now at the 40.
They got Red lined up all the way over on the left, got Thomas over top of him.
3 wide receivers on the right. Walters back to pass, looking, steps into it, delivered along the sideline, and it's going to be Red, and that big frame of his paying dividends again. He'll get up to the 45-yard line of Indian Valley. Another First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, nice job by Red right there. Thomas playing a little deep. Red come out, curled, and as soon as he curled, the quarterback got the ball out to him.
1st and 10 from the 45. Pressure from the Indian Valley line. Walters rolling right, rolling. Flag on the far sideline. Almost picked off by Indian Valley with Eric Golder. Nice defense over the back of the receiver. We have a penalty flag all the way out on the Logan Elm sideline where it looked like a defender and a receiver were locked up. Indian Valley faithful, they're trying their best to coax a holding call out of this officials crew.
Yeah, you got to wonder if he's running downfield and the Indian Valley players just stand there and he's trying to engage with him. If he tries to engage with him.
Personal foul called on Grady Kinsey. Is that the second one, though, Shannon?
No, the first one wouldn't have been.
It was not a personal foul.
Wasn't a personal foul.
I did not see what happened there between those two out on the other side, but Indian Valley once again on defense, Shannon. This is the one thing that they cannot afford to do, which is shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I look for them to go for red right here. 36 seconds left. Timeout, Matt Lancaster.
Takes his last one, probably a smart timeout. We'll keep it right here, as I'm very intrigued to know what the Indian Valley coaching staff thought about that flag. Happened so far away from the play, so our eyes weren't even on it. But that's one of those situations. Again, the first time Logan Elm scored, the only reason they got as far down the field as they did were two big, crucial penalties that the Indian Valley Braves committed. This is almost a carbon copy of that again. You're allowing Logan Elm to keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, that's 30 yards and penalties right there. 15 for the pass interference, 15 for the unsportsmanlike conduct. But now Grady Kinsey's got to get his temper in check. If he gets another one, he's kicked out for the game, and he sits out next week.
Is that a would sit out first half, correct?
Sit out first half, but you're only...
It's only 36 seconds to halftime. Oh, boy.
Some more scores here from the Auto Works Collision Center. Fort Fry 21 to 14 over Tusky Valley at halftime. Newcomerstown up 7-0 at half. Malvern up 14-7 in the second quarter.
Some great playoff matchups from around Z Country. Thank you, Shannon, and thanks to Chris and Adam working hard back in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studio to get those scores in. Walter's going to go back to pass. He's going to have to step up, and he gets grabbed by his shoelaces.
Number 6, Tyson Pryor.
What a sack for Pryor, and that's huge. Logan Elm cannot stop the clock. 20 seconds to go now before the half. 35-yard line. Walters, as he gets his receivers back, goes back in the pistol. Pressure. Steps up, delivers, has a wide-open receiver who falls down inbounds in red, and the clock's likely going to run out here.
That stops for the first down.
You're right. It has to stop for the chains to be reset.
And this official's calling for 10 seconds to be put back on the clock, but it was at 9 when he caught the ball.
Yeah. So a sack for, let's recap. The sack for Tyson Pryor was a huge sack. Nice pass from Aaron Walters to find the wide-open Camden Red.
And he put it back at 9.
And he did put it at 9. So that would be right about where the ball was caught and when he went down. So it looks like Walters under center. He will clock it. So we're going to have at least, really only time for one play here. Ball is going to be lined up at the 16-yard line of Indian Valley.
Well, we seen their kicker hit a 40-yarder in practice.
We did.
But now the field condition is a lot worse. If I'm a betting man, I think it's going to be a jump ball between Thomas and Red over there in the corner of the end zone.
Let the two big guys on offense and defense battle it out. Walters back to pass. Pressure off the backside. It's Jackson Bircher. They step him up to the sideline. There's a pass, middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. It looked like Quake Beatty had the interception, but they're going to say it bounced off the grass. No time showing on the clock. Everybody take a deep breath because we're now going to halftime.
Going to halftime with Indian Valley leading 28-7 over Logan Elm. And Indian Valley gets the opening kickoff to start the second half.
It is time for your First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We're going to go ahead and take a quick time out here. We'll tally up some stats. We'll come back to tell you about that first half and what you can expect in the final two quarters here of this opening round playoff matchup. Nick and Shannon and the whole Claxon Communications crew with Big Z Sports and all of our sponsors. We'll be back after this.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot, made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
Take a second to step outside of your daily life and breathe. Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District brings that perfect break from a busy life and great destinations for relaxing, camping, fishing, hiking, family-friendly activities, and so much more. Atwood and Tappan Lakes also have new campsites with full hookup connections and full-service marinas. Reserve your adventure now at mwcd.org. The Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District would also like to congratulate all of the area athletes on a great season.
The First National Bank of Denison appreciates the hard work and dedication area athletes exhibit to be the best they can be for their team. We follow that same philosophy with our customers, working hard to build personal relationships and making our services convenient. The First National Bank of Denison's community involvement is important to us, and we love supporting our local schools. The First National Bank of Denison, with offices in Denison, Dover, Janayton Hutton, South Broadway, and Schunbrunn in New Philadelphia. We have our roots where others have their branches. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Calling all princesses and princes, superheroes, zombies, and all the other kids in costume. You're invited to Trunk or Treat on Saturday, October 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Novellus plant at 7319 Newport Road, Southeast in Yorksville. Stop out for lots of candy, an appearance by Can Man, and there'll be a special treat at 8:30. So come on out to Novellus's plant at 7319 Newport Road, Southeast in Yorksville for their Trunk or Treat Saturday, October 28th from 6:30 to 8:30.
Welcome into the First National Bank of Denison halftime show live from Circleville and the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Nick and Shannon bringing you today's presentation of high school football. 28-7, the Indian Valley Braves lead the Logan Elm Braves. And Shannon, I don't know how else to describe that first half other than just a little bit wild.
Yeah, that was wild, but I can guarantee you right now Coach Lancaster's in the locker room, and they might be up 28-7, but, man, they are getting told about those penalties right now because those penalties right now is the only offense that Logan Elm has really put together other than a couple big catches by Red.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of those penalties that Indian Valley ultimately had problems with. Obviously, there were the personal fouls. There's a couple pass interferences. There was actually more than a few personal fouls, and that's something kind of uncharacteristic for Indian Valley to go through that.
Yeah, there was emotion on a couple of those penalties got to him. The celebration where he was still kind of walking over top the runner to get away from him when he celebrated. If he'd got another yard or so before he did it, probably wouldn't have got called. This last one on Grady Kinsey out here, not sure what happened, but it happened all the way over there, and it was something the official was not happy about. The one on the sack with Grady Kinsey, that's kind of one of those what ifs, He could have called it or he couldn't have called it, and luckily, or unfortunately for Indian Valley, it went against them.
The old adage is, Shannon, if you're going to do something that might get you in trouble, don't do it in front of the opponent's sideline, which might have been the rule that he broke. A couple of the key stats here from that first half of action. Grady Kinsey almost entirely in the first quarter. 7 carries for 76 yards and 2 big touchdowns. We don't know how many times he trucked defenders, but it was more than a couple. He also had a sack, and he had some great hits and sticks on defense. Other offensive scores there for the Brave for Indian Valley. Colton Thomas had 4 carries, 21 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also came up with 2 big interceptions and made some nice plays from his safety position. So for Indian Valley, it's the KT and Kinsey show right now.
Yeah, and that's what we heard when we come in the gate down here. Somebody says, hey, is 7-22 playing tonight? Well, we know who 7-22 is, and you just kind of laugh it off and you move forward because the offense kind of goes through those 2 guys, but the guys up front have to do their job, and I know Coach Lancaster has got to be happy with the guys who are performing in the trenches tonight on both sides of the ball.
On the other side of things for Logan Elm, they themselves have only found the end zone once. They've been guilty of 2 turnovers. Both of those interceptions came from quarterback Aaron Walters as he was picked off twice by Thomas. He went 8 for 16 for 76 yards. He did have a touchdown in that first half, though. He completed it to his big tight end, Camden Red. 5 receptions, 49 yards for him and that score. Outside of that, though, for the Logan Elm Braves, not much to speak of on the offensive side. Indian Valley's really tightening up.
No, they come into this game with a quarterback who's threw for 2,300 yards. They got a running back who's been over 1,000 yards for the season in just 10 games. So we was kind of expecting to see a little bit more firepower out of their offense tonight, but this Indian Valley defense has showed up and played. It's just those big defensive penalties that has given Logan Elm some yardage.
Well, that will do it for our portion of the First National Bank of, easy for me to say, right? Bank of Denison halftime show. And myself and Shannon Thomas and the whole Claxon Communications crew will be coming back here before too long. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Then we will send you to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studio, where you will join Adam Soweski and Chris Kale as they bring you more halftime coverage of high school sports in Z Country.
Fell can sell. When you choose the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team, you can count on local expertise, terrific communication, an expert negotiator on your side, and detail-oriented service throughout the process. Real estate does not have to be difficult or stressful. Choose a team that will make the process quick, easy, and professional start to finish. Whether you are ready to buy or ready to sell, make sure you call Caleb Fell with the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Z's Kids. Pure Z's Kids is mindfully formulated just for kids. Their non-habit forming, drug-free products help my daughter fall asleep naturally, giving her the rest to be her best.
I'm a dinosaur.
Her best dinosaur.
Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up when needed. Explore our products at zquill.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Eagle Machinery and Supply in Sugar Creek is your Sempico dealer, carrying Gaso Cleanse and Diesel Max fuel conditioners, 2-cycle oils for mowers, leaf blowers, and chainsaws, plus Mega Molly, Cinto Lube, and fifth wheel greases. Check out Sempico fall cleanup and winterizing products too. Eagle Machinery builds hydraulic hose assemblies and offers cylinder and pump repair, plus welding and machining services. Join the Eagle team. They're looking for machinists, fabricators, and electricians. Go to eaglemachines.com for details.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics in the business of making smiles at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to Big Z Sports on Z Country 99.9.
Welcome back to the Hill in Sugar Creek. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson, and Ryan McClellan on the sidelines. We are at halftime. Garraway leads 35-7 over Rock Hill. And Robbie, that first half led by Dylan Sunland. 3 touchdowns on the ground for Dylan, the junior, and did a nice job offensively. The Garraway defense was bending a little bit. They broke the one time, giving up the touchdown, but all in all, the Garraway team played a solid half of football.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better first half there by the Garraway Pirates. They came out, executed to perfection there in their first drives or so. They had a couple penalties and took some touchdowns away, but they didn't bend. They bent there, but they didn't break on offense. Now on defense, it's offense that Rock Hill is running. It's a little difficult to find where the ball is, and they try to out-scheme you a little bit with the fakes in the backfield and all that stuff. But I think once they figured out what was going on, Garraway defense stepped up and shut them down there for the most part in the first half there.
Head down to the sidelines, bring in Ryan McClellan. And Ryan, of course, we were waiting for Coach Wallach there at the half to get done coaching up Wyatt Wallach. And you mentioned what maybe they were talking about there as they started there at the halftime. We waited on Coach a little bit. Can you expound on that a little bit? Yep, maybe have a little technical issue down there with Ryan on the sidelines, but we'll get to Ryan here in just a moment. 12 minutes on the clock, and the Garraway Pirates lead 35-7. Gio Cologne going to kick off the ball to the Rock Hill Redmen, who are going to go left to right on your radio dial. The Pirates will go right to left. The Pirates in all blue uniforms, white numerals, white stripes on the shoulders, the white helmets with the red flag and the blue G. Rock Hill has red pants, a black and white stripe on the pants, white jerseys, red and black stripes on the jerseys, red helmets for the Redmen. Back deep. And that's going to be a high end-over-end kick, fielded at the 1, up to the 5, to the 10, to the 20. Breaks out of a tackle with Stamper up to the 21-yard line, and that's where he's going to be dropped down, and that's where the Rock Hill Redmen will take over. 1st and 10 with their first. And you talked to me about it up here in the booth while we were at halftime. What was said down there?
Yeah, the coaching staff really noticed that the linebackers, their eyes were not on the ball. They were kind of falling where the tackles would go or where the guards would go. So the coach was just kind of giving his linebackers a little bit more coaching, where don't follow the running back. Keep your eyes on the ball because the quarterback's not doing anything fancy with it, and that ball is going to lead you right where you need to go.
So good insight there from Ryan McClellan on the sidelines of the handoff. Being dropped in the backfield by the Garraway Pirates. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Looks like number 2, Wyatt Wallach, in on the stop. He was not fooled on that play as the running back got back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Rock Hill there faked the dive, came around to the right or the left side there, and tried a little trickery there. Try to catch Garraway off guard with the fake fullback dive.
2nd down and 10 at the Garraway the Rock Hill 21-yard line. 11:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Garraway up 35-7. Full house backfield. Cox under center. Turns. Misdirection handoff to the far sideline to the 20, and he slides down at about the 25-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 3. They're going to say he was down at the 24-yard line. Wyatt Wallach on the stop for the Pirates.
Yeah, they did. Once again, Joe, they're doing the fullback dive, sweeping everybody out to the left-hand side, and Garraway's watching that ball. Like Ryan said, it's taking you to the play.
10:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Garraway 35, Rock Hill 7. 3rd down and 7 at their own 24-yard line for Rock Hill, trailing by 28. Full house backfield. Cox under center. 3 backs in the backfield. Going to turn and roll out here. It's going to be a pass. He's going to get thrown, man. What a hit there by Jackson Reifenschneider. Holy smokes, he wow. Absolutely depleted Dallin Cox, the quarterback. Huge hit there by Jackson Reifenschneider. I'm glad the kid got up because he got detonated in the backfield. Dallin Cox, 140-pound sophomore, outweighed by 100 pounds by Reifenschneider, and he takes a shot on him. As the punter is now back, Landon Rose back deep to punt the football away. A couple Pirates back deep as well to return this punt. The snap is back. Going to be a low line drive kick. Bounces about the 35 to the 40. Picked up by the Garraway Pirates, and that's where he's going to be dropped, right at the 40-yard line. Looks like it was Wyatt Wallach on the return there for the Pirates. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. Head down to the sidelines and bring in Ryan McClellan. Ryan, what a hit there by Reifenschneider.
Yeah, I was on the behind the defenders there, and I think I heard it all the way over here.
Man,
so
I felt it up here.
Yeah. You had to feel that. That was such an electrifying hit.
So Jackson Reifenschneider still wreaking havoc here in the second half. The Pirates take over 1st and 10. At the Rock Hill 41-yard line. 3 receivers here on the near side. Receiver on the far side. Now Wyatt Wallach goes split to the far side as well. Make it 2-by-2. Shotgun formation. Sunland in the backfield with Geibel. Geibel takes a snap. Nope. Going to be a timeout. Let's see what they call a timeout. They do call a timeout by the Garraway Pirates. We'll keep it right here. We did get word from the Garraway coaching staff that number 12, Bronson Speedy, left the game early on, maybe after a play or two, sick. He is sick tonight, went home. So heard he got sick before the guys came back out in pregame, tried to make it a go, and he just couldn't. He went in and changed, and they just said, hey, go on home. He was sick, not sure what's going on, but get him away from the rest of the team in case it was something contagious like the flu or something. But so he's at home resting. So down Bronson Speedy here tonight. That's why you haven't heard his name mentioned. And Wyatt Wallach's out there a lot. Jace Wallach is out there. Braden Rabers had a nice game. He's out there a lot tonight due to the absence of Bronson Speedy. So they're going to have it 1st and 10 after the timeout on the Rock Hill 41. Going to turn, And nope, and Geibel has it, going to take off, and he is going to be dropped all the way back inside Rock Hill territory. Number 53, Wyatt Jenkins on the sack of Brady Geibel.
Yeah, he got out there, tried to boot out here as quick as he could, and the backside defensive pressure, I mean, that he doesn't feel it. Geibel does not feel that coming, so as soon as he hears footsteps, he wants to hold that ball and just tuck it away like he did. It was
2nd and 19 at the midfield stripe at the 50. 3 receivers split here on the near side, 2 on the far side. Geibel in the shotgun gets the call from his sideline. Now he takes the snap, drops back, looking, fires at the far sideline, has Jensen Garber, and he steps out of bounds just short of the 40 at about the 41-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Pirates. 3rd and about 11 or 12.
Jensen Garber runs a little 10-yard curl route.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK. Service with a personal touch.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
Welcome back into the end of the First National Bank of Denison halftime report. We're back in the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Nick, Shannon, and the Claxon Communications crew set to bring you the second half of high school football in Z Country. Division 4, Region 15, a showdown in the first round. What an entertaining one it was between the Braves and the Braves to start things off in the playoffs. Big night so far for Grady Kinsey and for Colton Thomas for Indian Valley. Shannon, I'm sure a lot of what that locker room talk was is what you had mentioned. You got to clean up on the penalties on the Indian Valley side of things, but you really got to clean it up when your star running back, the sophomore in Kinsey, he's got that personal foul. He does not want the second one because that means he's going to miss the first half of the second round playoff game if you hold on here.
Yeah, you don't want to come out now and do something stupid. Indian Valley has to come out. They got to continue to play the way that they were playing. You can't come out now and play not to lose. You got to come out now to play to win. You got to keep forcing it down. You got to keep putting points on the board, even if you get up, because Logan Elm's not going to quit. We've seen how fast they can get the ball down the field with the help of some penalties. Logan Elm still huddled up out there at about the 20-yard line after warming up, coming out of the locker room, and we're going to have to see what kind of adjustments Coach Terry Holbert has made for Logan Elm.
So both teams back out there on the field as the clock will hit 0, so we are set for 2 more quarters of football from Circleville. For Indian Valley, that 28-7 lead, that was thanks to a pair of rushing touchdowns for Kinsey and a pair of rushing touchdowns for Thomas. Thomas also had a pair of interceptions. This Indian Valley defense, minus the penalties so far, as lights out as you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, the Braves right now got...
is it 5 sacks, 6 sacks?
I got accounted for 5 sacks with Tyson Pryor's got 2 sacks. Kenzie's got a sack. Chustin Cadgett's got a sack. And Bircher and Williams, they combined for a half a sack each as they both got to the quarterback at the same time.
Can I just say for Cadgett, and I'm not making fun of him at all, Justin Cadgett is a defensive tackle, and he is listed at 5'7", which might be generous, and somehow, some way, he's got a motor that doesn't quit. And he somehow finds his way into the backfield constantly. We'll see who has the upper hand as we are set for the second half kickoff. Logan Elm gets into it. It is a short, bouncing kick. It is bobbled by the returner for Indian Valley, the up man, and he's going to break free. It's Tanyan McComb. He had some good room, and he'll go up to the 45-yard line. The Braves will start on their own 45, but good job by McComb there handling that and finding the daylight.
Yeah, nice job by McComb right there. He got the ball, was able to get around the blocker, had a little bit of daylight. Logan Elm guy got on his side, was able to point him down. He kind of started sticking that football out a little bit. You got to watch that. A guy coming behind you could knock that chicken wing out of your hand.
It actually looks like they are going to give him the 46-yard line. So 1st down and 10 as we get the third quarter set. Heavy formation now for the Braves. A turn. It's a handoff. It's Kinsey. He's got good patience. He's got a huge hole, and a shoelace tackle prevents him from having a house call on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. Ball goes down to the 41.
Yeah, number 6, Carson Summers, come in from his cornerback position. Was able to get in there and get him hold of his shoestring. Indian Valley going quick.
First Federal Community Bank 1st down. Handoff goes to Kinsey again. Stiff arm, and he's gone. Grady Kinsey just makes one cut, one stiff arm, and he will go in from the 41-yard line.
There it is. That right there will probably put Grady Kinsey over 1,000 yards for the season. Matt Lancaster come out, goes tempo. Got a real quick play first. Got the first down, come right back with that same play, and Kinsey was gone.
34-7 now, and Kinsey, what patience the sophomore has out of the backfield.
Yeah, put his hand on his blocker in front of him, let his blocker engage a guy, and then just went off his hip.
I'd say that's a pretty good way to script your start of the second half. Tanya McComb gets his leg into it. It is up, and it is good. 35-7. Indian Valley now leads Logan Elm by 4 scores. Big Z Sports is back for high school playoff coverage after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
It took just 28 seconds for the Indian Valley Braves to score to start the second half off of a pair of runs from Grady Kinsey, who finds pay dirt for the 3rd time tonight. Those 2 runs go 54 yards, and Indian Valley, with that 4-score lead, looking to punch their ticket into the second round of the playoffs. Smash mouth football at its finest, Shannon.
Yeah, Indian Valley's always been a running team. They got a little bit of passing game now that helps them out. Coming here with these field conditions, Indian Valley's played on turf all year except for one game at Tusky Valley, which was just 2 weeks ago. Coming in here tonight, these sloppy field conditions, you wondered how they would gain momentum, and they've been able to do it.
Got to give a lot of credit to the Logan Elm grounds crew, though. They've made this field very playable. It's a little bit slippery, as the kick will be a low-line drive, and it will be Kersey who takes it. One more time. Kersey who takes it, and he will get up to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 37-yard line. That's where Logan Elm will take over.
Yeah, if you add up all Kersey's little returns right there, he might have the most yards on the team tonight.
I actually feel bad for him solely for the fact of he is an up man. Now, granted, he is a wide receiver, but he's taken some real good licks when he's gotten these short kickoffs. So it will be Walters in the pistol, running back behind him in Bach. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. He takes the snap, looking left. Now we go back, look right. He's got pressure. Riker Williams gets a contact on him, and that pass is going to be caught up the middle. It's a big-time gain for Logan Elm. Breaks out of the tackle and almost going down the sideline, but he is grabbed by a whole host of Indian Valley defenders up to the 36. That is Keegan Deal, as he will go and stumble his way down to the 36. Huge first play on this drive for Logan Elm.
Yeah, it looks like Indian Valley might have been in a corner zone right there. He came out with Thomas out here on the corner, but when he went cut across the field, a linebacker was supposed to pick him up, and nobody really picked him up. He ran wide open across the middle of the field.
Pistol formation, Walters, he's going to hand it off. Bach up the middle. He'll slam into his offensive line, and he'll get a short gain there up to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Quake Beatty right there to read his keys, was able to get in the gap, get in there and hit him.
So that will be a 4-yard gain.
As much as they like to run double action with their wide receivers on the outside, Indian Valley might have to consider going to a man coverage.
2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Pistol formation. Walters back to pass, looking. Williams gets his hand up. Defender for Indian Valley was in position but just couldn't turn around in time. That's another completion, and it's another First Federal Community Bank first down. It's a link up again between Walters and Deal.
Yeah, Walters looking at Deal right now. He gets out here, gets a little curl out to the flat. He was wide open.
Ball up to the 24 now. Deal did not play much in that first half. There's a shovel pass. It's going out to Bach. Bach is almost grabbed in the backfield, but he's going to break free, bust a tackle, and he's going into the end zone. Hard-nosed running for Michael Bach and he'll take it in from 24 yards out as Logan Elm cuts back into the lead.
Yep, Quake Beatty had a shot at Bach in the backfield. Bach was able to get by him. Tanya McComb come up to try to make a tackle. Bach ran right over top of him, get into the end zone.
McComb and Thomas were both stonewalled out there as Bach ran right in between both of them. 24-yard rush, longest of the night for Logan Elm, as the Logan Elm Braves will now line up for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. That makes the score 35-14. Indian Valley still leads. 10 minutes to go in the third. Big Z Sports returns for the next kickoff right after this.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Circleville, where Indian Valley leads 35-14, but it's Logan Elm who cashes in on a Michael Bach touchdown run from 24 yards out. As now for the visiting Braves side of things here, Shannon, you know, after you just let them go straight down the field after they showed some new wrinkles in their offense, I think now is where you benefit most from a methodical drive.
Yeah, now you got to come out. You still want to move the ball forward. You got to continue to do what you do. If you break it and you score quick, then that just so be it. But don't come out and change your play calling to try to burn the clock, because there's still a lot of game left. We just had 2 touchdowns in a minute and 57 seconds. So, like, you got to just do what you've been doing the whole game so far.
It is time for a Cartoons kickoff. Of course, your automotive accessory headquarters located in New Philadelphia. Teeing it up, Logan Elm, obviously from their own 40-yard line. We have not seen for either of these teams a kick go all the way deep yet. Colton Thomas did have a kickoff return, and it was a nice one, but it's because he came running all the way up from his back position and came in between the two up men and grabbed the ball.
Yeah, they don't want to kick it deep to Thomas or Golder. Golder had one return for a touchdown this year.
Thomas, 80 yards or something like
Thomas averages a pretty good kickoff return, so probably going to be short again.
That's an onside attempt. It's through the hands of Jackson Bircher, sliding in and getting it's the Indian Valley up man, and he got absolutely lambasted, but somehow held on, holding on for the Braves. That was Ethan Fair. How did he hold that, Shannon?
Nice job by Ethan Fair. He come up there, wasn't expected to get hit. Got to give it to Coach Holbert over there for Logan Elm. They didn't show onside kick. They just come out and tried it. Luckily, it took a nice bounce for Indian Valley, got past Jackson Bircher, went back to the second level. Ethan Fair was able to secure the ball.
Heavy formation again. It will be Kinsey at fullback, Pryor at running back. Carter under center. Turns, hands it off, first man through. Kinsey, he'll shuffle step, he'll go outside, shuffle step again, and he will get up to the 47-yard line. A good run for Grady Kinsey, showing off that power football again.
Yeah, nice job by Grady Kinsey getting out there. Kinsey's got to watch it. Guy on the up man for Logan Elm, who shoved him out of bounds, tried to kind of have a little words with him.
Some extracurriculars.
You don't want to get goaded into something like that right now. That will cost you.
Heavy formation again. Carter under center. Turns, fakes to Bircher. He'll go to Kinsey. Kinsey's got a lane, and he's in plus territory, and it will fall forward to the 45-yard line. Another First Federal Community Bank first down.
Yeah, Kinsey getting all those running backs from the fullback position. This time they popped him back to the halfback position, brought Jackson Bircher in, run right up through there, got another big gain.
So the Braves take over again in plus territory where they have spent probably most of the night, truthfully. Turns, hands it off. Kinsey, he's going to barrel forward, still on his feet, past the 40, still churning, gets up to the 38-yard line before he's finally dropped. Good old-fashioned power football again.
Yeah, Indian Valley not wasting no time. They're coming out of the huddle. Everybody's running to the line. They get right in their formation. They snap the ball. They're not giving Logan Elm enough time to look at the defense or giving them time to adjust the tackle side to side.
So the ball on the 38. That was another gain of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. From the 43.
Carter comes over, gets the play, got to run all the way back over. Tyson Pryor comes in.
You have no problem if you're Indian Valley right now, though. Just keep milking that clock. Heavy set again. One wide receiver split out here on the near side. It is Tanyan McComb. Carter turns, hands it off. It's Pryor now. Pryor gets grabbed from the defensive end position and pulled down by a shoulder pad. It was red coming from the defensive end.
That was a big stop right there for Logan Elm. Indian Valley had all that momentum going forward, and now it's going to be a third and a long 4 yards. Carter running back in from the sideline, comes over, gets the play. See if Indian Valley goes with a quick tempo to run up to the line of scrimmage. Kenzie at fullback, Pryor at halfback.
3rd and 4 from the 38, 8:12 to go here in the third quarter. Heavy formation again. Carter turns, hands it off. First man through, it's Kinsey. He's got a hole, and he's up to the 27-yard line as Grady Kinsey is continuing to just look for contact and bounce right off of it.
Yeah, Kinsey's conditioning is at max peak right now. You know, you can see him getting down a little bit. He's trying to catch his breath, squatting down there, but he's been the workhorse this whole second half. Everything he's done and touched, his went for at least 6 yards or further.
Indian Valley has this tendency, this history of getting these workhorse running backs who just seem like they can take a game over. Now in the backfield, it's Tyson Pryor with a wildcat formation as it's Colton Thomas. Thomas is going to take the direct snap, go left. He'll try to stiff arm, and he did not get much there. Pryor tried to set the edge on that block, but just couldn't do it. So that'll be a short yardage gain there for Thomas.
Yeah, nice job by the defensive end there. Was able to fight through the block out there, was able to string Thomas all the way out. Unable to get any positive yards right there, maybe a half a yard.
It's kind of crazy to think Colton Thomas has been kind of bottled up on offense tonight. He's got 2 touchdown runs and a 2-point conversion, though. Yardage-wise, been bottled up. Scoring-wise, not at all. Thomas will be the lone wide receiver on the far side. Carter in the pistol with Kinsey behind him. Man for motion from left to right is Tanyan McComb. Looks like a check of the play at the line for Carter, who will go back in. Takes the snap, hands it off. Kinsey, he's going to run left, and they got that trap blocking again out on the left side, but it's only a minimal gain. Good reaction that time for Logan Elm as it was big number 65, Bryce Perkins, who eventually got a hold of him and held him down.
Yeah, the Logan Elm player right there was able to actually push his offensive lineman backwards, and Kinsey ran into the back of his own player right there, and then it kind of gave everybody else a chance to catch up to him. So now Indian Valley's got a 3rd down and a long 7 right here from about the 25-yard line.
3rd down and 7. Indian Valley tonight on 3rd down conversions, they've been pretty efficient. 2 wide receivers left, a tight end lined up there as well in Jackson Bircher. It's a pistol formation, 1 wide receiver right. Carter in the backfield with Kinsey. Turns, play fake, looking, pressure, and down goes Carter. And guess who? It's Camden Red again. Red with his 2nd sack, and he will push Indian Valley back even farther.
Yeah, Red out there lined up over top of, looked like was Wrench on the right side, and he just had to step on him and came right around him. Wrench didn't even have a chance to make a play on him.
So now Indian Valley finds themselves at their own the Logan Elm 33-yard line for a 4th and 15. You are really in no man's land right here. And it looks like they are going to go for it. Have you ever seen Carter pull up for a punt out of the pistol?
Never.
You think he could try it? Instead, he'll go back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire it to the end zone. Up the seam, and it's caught for the Braves. Eric Golder breaks free and goes down to the 5.
Nice job by Carter right there. He had Thomas on the one side. Eric Golder comes across, made a perfect strike to Golder, who caught it and initially got hit. Was able to hold on to it. He was fighting for extra yardage. Nice job by Golder to hold on to it after the contact.
A 4th down conversion that's good for 28 yards for the Braves. 1st and 10 from the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. 1st and goal, I should say. From the 5-yard line, Braves, heavy formation. They're going to do power downhill running all the way from here. Handoff, outside, Kinsey, and he got absolutely stood up and driven out of bounds. Good defense on the edges there as it was Perkins again along with Deal.
Yeah, nice job by Logan Elm right there. They read their keys perfect. Was able to string it out, just forced Kinsey right out of bounds, and that actually helped Logan Elm because it stopped the clock at 4:55. The clock had been churning pretty good.
That was actually a loss of 3 yards. I think that's the first time tonight that Kinsey has been driven backwards on a carry. Jackson Bircher checks back in now for Indian Valley as Carter gets the play call, trots in. 5 minutes to go, 4:55, in fact, in the 3rd. Indian Valley up by 21 in this opening round of the playoffs in Division 4, Region 15. Heavy formation again. Carter under center, turns, hands it off. Kinsey, he's going from right to left, and he's going to get stood up again, and Kinsey's going nowhere.
Indian Valley going to that left side one too many times in a row, and Logan Elm's not giving up no yardage right there, so now you got third and long.
Well, we saw what happened the last time they had a long conversion, although this is on goal now. So that was officially a gain of nothing. They said he had no gain. They still mark it at the 8. Tyson Pryor checks back in for Indian Valley. If you don't score here, Shannon, you have accomplished one thing, and that is kill a lot of clock here in this third quarter. Ball on the 8-yard line. Third down. Carter turns, and it's that little end-around handoff. Colton Thomas has got the edge. He's going to lean forward, and he's in again. Colton Thomas from 8 yards out.
Thomas used all the speed right there. 3 Logan Elm players, they kind of sniffed it out. They got into the backfield, was able to push Thomas. He had to go wide, but the track kid had a little bit of speed right there, was able to get out and dive for the corner.
So KT outruns LT on the edge, and he also outruns Deal and gives Indian Valley a 41-14 advantage. Lining up for the extra point, it is McComb. Done rather well on these tonight. Had the one blocked, I do believe. Low snap. He'll get into it. It is up, and it is perfect. 42-14. 4 minutes to go in the third. Indian Valley looking to cruise on to the second round of the playoffs. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Lutz Body and Paint, located at 7573 Wolf's Crossing Road in Jenaton Hutton, is there for you when a never-planned auto collision repair is needed. Lutz Body and Paint performs the auto body and painting services needed to get your vehicle back to looking showroom new in a timely manner at a reasonable price and provides free estimates. Lutz Body and Paint is a proud supporter of the Indian Valley School District and wishes best of luck to the Braves athletes participating in tonight's game.
Well, they say if you travel in numbers and you travel well, good things will come to you. And that is rung true so far for Indian Valley. 42-14. They lead with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That was a nice Novocaine-type drive, Shannon.
Yeah, nice job by the Braves right there. Able to go down the field and get the points. They was burning some clock. You love to do that, but you was able to finish it with some points. Now your defense has got to come up and see if you can force Logan Elm either to stop or force them to burn a lot of clock.
So it will be Tanyan McComb who will kick off for Indian Valley as the Braves faithful get behind their team. 2 deep men back for Logan Elm. You got to give credit to Logan Elm here, Shannon. They have not shown any less fight throughout this entire night, even though things have not gone their way. It will be the up man who grabs it in Kersey, and he is slung down to the ground. And that was a beautiful special teams tackle there, as it was number 50 who hauled him down in Brogan O'Connor. Did we have a flag on this side?
Yeah, there's a flag laying right there, trying to not sure what it's for.
I didn't see where that even came from. As they're going to say it occurred at the 45-yard line. Normally, I mean, it's a kickoff. You'd have to imagine it's a hold. And it did look like they pointed back towards the Logan Elm sideline.
It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back at this point.
Could be a block in the back, and it looks like the officials are getting set to march off.
Personal foul.
Personal foul, and I think he said...
I seen Quake Beatty go flying across the ground, and he jumped up and looked at the one official. So maybe this official over here threw the flag. But Quake Beatty, after the play was over, did kind of go for a little tumble.
I think he said 52. That'd be Ian Rossi, who plays offensive and defensive line for Logan Elm. Things are getting just a little bit chippy at times, Shannon.
Yeah, if you're Logan Elm right now, you're down by, this many points. You can't let penalties like that back you up.
Pistol formation, that's where Logan Elm has lived most of the night. Walters back to pass, gets some pressure. He'll step up in the pocket, delivers it down the field, and it's almost picked off by Tanyan McComb. As also in coverage there was Eric Golder, as it looks like they were just trying to go straight down the seam that time, but that was double covered. I know that Deal has had a nice second half here, but not a good decision by Walters.
Nice job right there by Tanyan McComb coming up from the safety spot. They got Thomas over there on Reed, brought Tanyan McComb back to safety. McComb read it all the way. try to high point the ball, just missed him.
So 2nd down and 10. Ball on their own 20-yard line for Logan Elm. 3:51 to go. Indian Valley showing some blitz again. They'll try to bring in the pressure. Walters in the pocket. It's clean. He delivers, and that one was tipped, and it's going into the hand of the Braves. Here comes Indian Valley now on the interception, pushing forward, and falling down to the ground is going to be, I couldn't see who picked it off. Was it Tanya McComb? But now we have a penalty, and it's going on Quake Beatty, and I'm not sure what it's going to be for Shannon, but he looked up to the sky and then looked down like he was so upset about something.
I seen 2 Logan Elm players kind of run into each other, so I'm wondering if maybe one of them got pushed into the back that caused that. Blindside block.
They're going to call a blindside block on
Riker Williams.
Oh, on Riker Williams. Why? It was Quake Beatty who was in the region of that. So that will march Indian Valley backwards, but for all you Braves fans, don't worry. The interception still will stand. 3rd interception of the night for that Indian Valley defense.
Now I got to apologize to Quake because we kind of thought it was on him.
I do apologize, Quake. It wasn't you. You know, we got to see him for the Extra Point show. I'd never met him before. Very quiet kid and everything, and now he's thinking, what did I do wrong? Pistol formation. Back to pass. Carter. Screen. Thomas. He gets it by the line of scrimmage, and he'll push forward and get up to about the 30-yard line. Nice first play there, 5 yards, little pitch and catch.
Yeah, nice little job there by Thomas. The ball come in kind of low, so he had to bend down to catch it and then had to make a couple players move, but was able to get up the sideline for a couple yards.
2nd down and 5 now. Indian Valley's been, overall, Shannon, other than some hiccups here and there, it's just been an efficient night on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, this is probably one of their better offensive performances this year I've seen.
Heavy formation, turns, hands it off. Pryor up the middle, and he will be dropped very close to another First Federal Community Bank first down, probably about a half-yard short. Good carry there for Pryor. He's been sprinkled in on this offense here and there at various times. Hasn't made any huge splash plays yet, but on defense he has been a force off the edge.
Yeah, Tyson's one of those guys, he kind of looks for his holes and then kind of gets that burst. And sometimes when you're just waiting around to see where the hole's going to develop, it kind of closes on you from both sides. But he did a nice job with his power right there just to go forward and give the Braves a third down in less than a yard.
Under 3 minutes now here in this 3rd quarter, as Colton Thomas will line up as kind of like an H-back, a slot back off the left side of the offensive line. Carter's going to go under center. Kinsey will be at fullback. Pryor will line up at running back. McComb wide left. Reason I can go through all those, Shannon, they're running the play clock down. No surprise here. First man through, it's Kinsey. He's going to try to leap the defender, and he will. A First Federal Community Bank first down as Grady Kinsey goes skyward and gets over top of the defender, that time in Josh Hunter for Logan Elm.
Yeah, and as an offensive lineman, you're running that clock. You kind of wish you'd look over at the coach and say, hey, can we just break the huddle a little later? Why do we got to come out here and kneel down for 20 seconds? You know, and then you make a mental mistake. You jump off sides, you lean forward.
Or tell them don't even get set. You just kind of stand there at the line and wait, and then when there's 5 seconds on the clock, you go down and do your 3-point. We're talking like we know what we're talking about. So a shotgun formation, actually take the back pistol formation. Kinsey to the right, Pryor behind Carter. First man through again, it's Kinsey, and he will push forward and runs into a pile, and a whole host of Logan Elm Braves will wrap him up after a gain of not too much. I don't know if he really got about 2 yards probably.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Keegan Deal right there, number 12. He was the first man that got to him. He learned his lesson. He got around his legs and tied him together to where the other guy's trying to take him on head on.
The thing that's amazing to me, and you've obviously been doing Indian Valley games for a long time and all year this year, is that it never fails on that first offensive drive when they hand it off to Kinsey and hand it off to some of these physical runners that the Braves have, that these guys try to match their pad level and hit them up high, and it's never going to work. Carter, shotgun. It's a sweep. It's going to Thomas, who will try to tiptoe the sideline and stay up, but he is unable to do so. Went out of bounds, and probably a no gain there, and it will remain 8 yards to go. It is third down, though, with the Braves in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
And what Thomas did right there, he stopped on the sideline and did not step out of bounds, and he just stood there because he knew he couldn't go forward as the defensive player had a hold of him. So then that forced the referee just to blow the whistle so the clock continues to run.
3rd and 8 from the Jeff Wallach LLC Red Zone. 40 seconds to go here in the third. For Indian Valley, it's been a complete game, just looking to finish it out here with one more quarter to go. Carter fakes the pitch. It's that H-back sweep, and it goes to Thomas, who lowers his shoulder, tries to push forward, still fighting, gets to the 15, and is driven back down hard by about 4 different Logan Elm defenders. And Thomas lost his helmet, and he is not happy. And he'll go off to the sideline now. And it'll bring up a 4th down here as Thomas goes to the sideline. Some of his coaches kind of telling him, settle down just a little bit. That will be the end of the third quarter as we will go ahead and move things right along. Big Z Sports will take a timeout, a Cush Financial timeout, and we will return for more football from Z Country in the high school playoffs.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking is a family-owned and operated business in New Philadelphia. KET is a general contractor. They provide services to commercial and municipal clients. They employ local union operators and laborers. KET is dedicated to providing outstanding work using the latest technology and employing local individuals to positively impact Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area. Kinsey Excavating and Trucking proudly supports the Indian Valley Local School District and wishes all area athletes, musicians, artists, and students a successful season.
Today's presentation of high school football in Z Country. Just 12 minutes to go here in this matchup between Indian Valley and Logan Elm in the first round of the playoffs for the OHSAA in Division 4, Region 15. DAC Vitamins and Minerals, TMK Valley Propane, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Novellus. They have been powering this broadcast as they have all season long. It's a 4th down and 5. They're still in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone is Indian Valley. They're going to go ahead and go for it here, just try to pick up that first. It will be a pistol formation. Carter fakes the handoff to Kinsey. Slant route. In the end zone, Eric Golder dives, and he catches it for the touchdown. How about that play call as they run trip slants out here on the right side, and Eric Golder hauls in his first score of the game.
Yeah, nice job by Eric Golder right there. Got that little bit of speed. Nice job on little play action right there by Sam Carter. Looks like he was going to just the little play action fake. He come back up and he fired across the middle, and Eric Golder, don't know that he had a dive or not, but he made sure he secured the ball.
You got to show the flair, man. So both the catches now for Golder in this game have been 4th down conversions. That one happens to be in the end zone.
Big extra point right here. We'll send it to running clock.
And not enough juice behind it as McComb leaves it short. 48-14. Big Z Sports will move on here with another timeout, a Cush Financial timeout. We're back after this.
Hey, football fans, are you ready to cheer on your local team in the playoffs?
Hi, this is Bethany Peters
and Chet Peters from the Peters Team Realtors and Auctioneers with Keller Williams. And we're here to show our support. Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking for your dream home, our team has got you covered. We're not just passionate about real estate, we're passionate about our community. So join us in rallying behind our team as they dominate the field. Go team. Go Peters Team Realtors and Auctioneers. We're here to coach you.
48-14 is the lead Indian Valley has over Logan Elm in the high school football playoffs as the running clock has officially started, Shannon.
Yeah, I kind of got my sports mixed up right there. Basketball is 35 points where football is 30, so that touchdown right there, we'll give it a running clock.
Here's the funny ththing is people hear that now and you might even say, well, no, that's wrong too. We got way too many numbers and things to try to remember. We got so many sports going on. It's almost impossible half the time.
All we can tell you is Indian Valley's up 48-14. We're in the 7th inning.
It's time. We're in after the second intermission.
So now the Indian Valley Braves defense has got to find a way to slow down the Logan Elm offense, have them help burn a little bit of this clock right here.
Well, the last time they did a pretty good job at it is the first pass was incomplete for Walters. Next one was picked off. So it will be McComb. Put his foot in it. all the way back that time to the 14. That's a heck of a kickoff. Here comes the Logan Elm returner. He's going to dance around, and he is going to fall down at about the 25-yard line. It looked like on the return was Carson Summers. We do have a late flag coming in here from the back. Looks like a holding going to be called on the Logan Elm returner. Indian Valley faithful, the referee pointed the wrong direction, and I thought they were about to come unglued.
Come unglued again. Nice job by the special teams there. They decided to kick it deep right there. Sometimes the coverage will get a little spread out, but they did a nice job, got down there, and now they get a little bit of help from the penalty.
Maybe you're right on the running clock thing because the clock has not started.
Well, it won't start until
there it is. There's the signal. All right. Thank you. We swear we've only done how many of these games now? We know what we're talking about. From their own 15-yard line, Logan Elm just going to try to play for pride here in the playoffs. There's a handoff. It's going to Thompson. He's going to go right side, and he gets dropped hard after a gain of about 5. Didn't see who made the tackle for Indian Valley there, but it was a good one.
Cam Guspett was the one that wrapped him up, spun him around. You get a pile of people in like that, you got to kind of wait till they start to separate, and I kept an eye on which elbow pads were the one that had a hold of him.
That makes the Indian Valley coaching staff smile, as that was textbook. Got him around the hips, spun around, did that roll, and got him to the ground. Riker Williams with some late pressure there on Walters, but he steps through it and delivers, and it's going to go to Camden Red.
Yeah, as they got a substitution in right now. They got Thomas and Quake Beatty are standing on the sidelines with the running clock. They're going to go ahead and start pulling some of their seniors, some of their leaders, to give them a rest.
And it looked like Colton Smith, who was in on the coverage on that last play.
Logan Elm going to try to take advantage of this and go right down the field.
Back to pass as Walters overthrows the screen pass, and it is incomplete. Pressuring him that time was Titan Peterman.
Yep, Peterman coming in with the pressure right there. Peterman just a freshman for Indian Valley.
That previous play, that previous hookup between Walters and Red, good for 17 yards. He might have 100 yards receiving at the end of this game. That's 6'5" tight end. Boy, he is a big body to try to defend. There's the handoff. It's Thompson. He's up the middle, and he gets dropped hard.
Number 48, Gavin Garbrandt, come in, another linebacker. He's a junior, coming in and getting some time here as Indian Valley still continues to pull out starters. Rowan Pasine coming in right now for Eric Golder.
How much fun do you think these kids are having?
This is why they're the best practice squad players are. They do this so they get these opportunities. It prepares them for when they got to come in if somebody gets injured, and prepares them for next year.
Walters back to pass, looks to the sideline, and almost stepping in front of the pass there was the defender, but it was over his head and it went to Red. Defender out there, Reese St. Clair. Red is just such a big body. As I said before, he'll get that ball as a nice 10-yard reception. Moves it almost into plus territory. 1st and 10 for Logan Elm, and there's going to be another false start. They've had, by my count, Shannon, 4 of those tonight.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Holbert over there, that's got to frustrate you right now because you have your number ones in, and you're going against the majority of this defense right now are the Indian Valley JVs, and you have the opportunity to move the ball down the field with 8 minutes left and score to eliminate the running clock, but now you're shooting yourself in the foot and the clock continues to run.
Pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers far, 2 near as well. Handoff. Walters goes off to Thompson, who will scramble forward and get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Actually give him a half yard more maybe. That'll take it down to 2nd down and long.
Caden Riggs coming in right there from his linebacker position, making the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Listed as 9 here, but close enough. Walters back to pass, looks right. Steps up, delivers. Going to be complete to the receiver, who is going to try to push forward for more, but he is finally dropped down at the 39-yard line.
Ethan Fair comes up the tackle right there to secure the run. Clock moving. We're at 7:25 in the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 39-yard line. Walters back to pass, looking, steps up. There's a blitz coming for Indian Valley. It's late. Red grabs it, dances around, pushes forward, and he is hit down hard at the 30-yard line by about 4 different Indian Valley defenders. One of them getting in there, Colton Smith.
Colton Smith and Reese St. Clair both got there, kind of got to him first, and then there come their teammates for help.
9-yard pickup. Walters to Red. 1st and 10 from the 30. Indian Valley's defense trying to tighten up, keep that running clock rolling. Walters turns, hands it off. Thompson, both hands on the ball. He'll drive forward, but he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, trying to see who it is there getting up.
Nope. Big number 67 for Indian Valley. That would be Garen O'Connor.
Just another freshman for Indian Valley, 5'8", 170 pounds.
Bear with us on this because there's a lot of number substitution going on. We're trying to keep track. Walters, play fake, back to pass, looking, right side's got a receiver wide open in the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. As linking up that time was Walters to big number 6, Carson Summers, as the senior finds the end zone.
Yeah, Summers did a nice job right there, went out, kind of posted up, coming at an angle. He was wide open.
Safety tried to get back there just a little bit late. So, 48-20. Now the score, 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. They'll line up for the extra point. You know, for Indian Valley's sake, with the second team defense in there, that one's going to hurt just a little bit as the extra point pushes wide left. 48-20, 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. Indian Valley will look to round things out after this.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
A 28-point advantage Indian Valley has over Logan Elm in this opening round of the high school football playoffs. We've got another kickoff upcoming. Thanks to Cartoons, your automotive accessory headquarters in New Philadelphia. Shannon, you brought up a great point there. Obviously, the score will take the running clock away. Indian Valley still with that 4-score lead. Now you've got a bit of a dilemma. You were putting in your second-team defense. You probably want to do that on offense. Do you feel comfortable letting your JV carry it out the rest of the way?
Well, I mean, you can give them the shot, but if Logan Elm goes out there and stops them in 3 straight plays, and then all of a sudden the Logan Elm gets the ball, and they can go right down and score. We're still sitting at 6 minutes in the game right now. It could possibly be get the ball back with 5 minutes to go. So the tough decisions over here. I know you don't want to wear your players out. You don't want to take a chance of getting them hurt. So maybe you give the JVs a chance to see what they can do against the varsity for Logan Elm. But if Logan Elm can get the ball back and go right down and score, then you have decisions to make.
So the kickoff coming from Logan Elm. It's another onside attempt. That one will be scooped up by an upman for Indian Valley, who does a nice job just to cover up that upman.
Tanya McComb looks like.
It was Tanya.
Nice job by the guys on the front line. They were expecting it coming, so they let it go by. They all picked up a blocker. McComb was able just to catch it.
You know why McComb did so well on that? We've seen him block balls behind the plate for Indian Valley's baseball team for so many years. That just came naturally to him.
So our question's answered as the starting offense for Indian Valley is back on the field.
Only other addition out there, he's been in for a couple plays on offense, mostly on defense, though. Cam Guspit is back out there on the field. As they do still have Grady Kinsey. And you look at Kinsey, I think he's putting his gloves back on or retaping. That's one of those unfortunate situations where all of a sudden, hey, buddy, we need you back in there for a big gain. And sure enough, he's going to give it to him again. He is picked up and hoisted after a monster gain as he'll go all the way up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and you can see it now with some of the Logan Elm players. They got their hands on their hips. That's kind of a defeating run right there. You come back with that touchdown. You have the opportunity here. And then Indian Valley's offense just does what they've been doing, and they're going to bring Grady Kinsey out and bring in Eric Golder right now, and I give Grady a break.
Well-deserved break as he's got the dirtiest jersey out there in terms of the offense, as he's earned it tonight, I guess you could say, Shannon.
Yeah, he's had a phenomenal game right here, and we'll get his stats, unofficial stats that we've been trying to keep up here.
What do you mean unofficial? I've been doing a great job. Under center, Carter turns, hands it off. Golder out of the backfield. Shuffle step, spins around. Great gain again, and he'll go up to about the 31-yard line, make it the 30-yard line. And how about that quickness out of the backfield for Golder?
And Golder's sitting over here. He's been on offense a lot tonight, coming out, lining up at wide receiver. First carry of the night with the ball, and he took well advantage of it.
That is enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down. You remember also with that extra point show we did with Indian Valley, I'm pretty sure they said Eric Golder was the shiftiest or the most agile. He definitely showed it off there.
You know, they said he was the fastest on the team.
Well, was it fastest overall?
So he found that gap, and he hit it, and he kind of gained some yards right there.
So it'll be Carter going under center. 4:45 to go here in the fourth. Indian Valley just trying to ride this one out. Misdirection. Golder breaks off a couple tackles, spins forward, and he is leveled as he gets stopped at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, he tried to spin around right there to make an extra move, and somebody come in, and the referee was blowing the whistle dead because they looked like they had him stopped, and just as the whistle was blowing simultaneously, he just got cleaned.
So it'd actually be a loss of 1. They'll mark him at the 31 now. Any other scores of interest? Out of Z Country, of course, the high school football playoffs, oh so fun. Our featured game at 99.9 had gone final earlier on, 45-7. Garraway over Rock Hill. As we'll get set with the next play upcoming. Looks like Sandy Valley going to advance as well, so good for them. Carter turns, pitches. Golder out of the backfield. He's looking for an edge. He's got a block in front of him. He's going to try to cut back, but instead, no cutback lane to be found, and he will get dropped at about the 29-yard line. It will bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, some Bear Carpet 1 scores here. Garraway gets the win 45-7. Kenston all over Dover 34-7 in the fourth quarter. Youngstown Ursuline defeats New Philly 42-7. Steubenville defeats Carrollton 42-0. West Holmes up on Bryan 56-36 in the third. Ridgewood up over Edison 27-0 in the fourth. Sandy Valley gets the win over Cortland Lakeview 42-21. South Range all over Fairless 35-13 in the third quarter.
Next play upcoming here, 1 wide receiver wide, a tight end on the left side of the formation. Will be the first man through, though, is Jackson Bircher as the handoff from Carter, and he gets a minimal gain but keeps that clock on a rolling to the 26-yard line. Give 3 yards that time to Bircher, who's had a couple carries out of the backfield tonight. Not too much in terms of yardage.
Harrison Central picks up the win tonight over Triway 40-10. Tusky Valley was in it for a while with Fort Fry, but they fall 35-21. And Newcomerstown moves on as they got the win 17-14. Malvern, they're up 28-14 over Southern in the fourth quarter. And Dalton all over Conotton Valley 54-12.
Thank you for that, Shannon. So more than a couple teams in our coverage area going to be moving on. For others, their season stops tonight. That's the hardest part to swallow when it comes to high school football. Sam Carter's going to pass, and he tried a quick out route to Tanyan McComb to try to convert that 4th down, but it is going to sail about 10 yards out of the field of play, so that means that Indian Valley's defense will come back. Logan Elm on offense returns. They still trail by 28, just 2:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Overall, Shannon, I think you accomplished exactly what you wanted to if you're Indian Valley's offense there. No need to continually run up the score. You did have to keep some of your starters in there just to maybe manage the ball down the field like that and burn a lot of that time.
Yeah, and that's what you expect. Your JVs was in on defense last time, Logan Elm. It took them a while to go down the field and score. The JVs are back in on defense for Indian Valley, but your offensive starters came back in and killed a lot of time for you.
Pistol formation now. It'll be 3 wide receivers on the right after Kersey goes from motion from left to right. Airing it out down the field to Kersey was Walters as he links up with him. What a gain there, but they're going to say he could not hold on to it along the sideline.
Yeah, that ball was,
he had him.
It was right in his hand, and I don't know if he went to pull it down, if he just dropped it, but he forgot to take the football with him.
So that will bring things to 2:06 now here in the fourth. Scoreboard here, Shannon, has said third quarter throughout this entire time. It is not the third, we promise you, or this game will be going on till almost midnight. Pistol formation again, 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. It was Thompson in the backfield with Walters, and again, their snap count timing was just off. Receiver got going too early. They're actually going to say it was Red, the big tight end out here on the left.
Yeah, and that's multiple false starts on Logan Elm tonight. You know, week 11, it's Coach Holbert. That's not something you want to see. You can accept some penalties, but as many false starts as they've had tonight, that's unacceptable.
You also don't expect that for a team that went 9-1 in the regular season and was really dominant at home a lot of the season. Walters in the pistol, low snap. He will pluck it off his shoelaces out of the pistol. He will gun it to Red, who gets dropped hard onto the grass here, as making that tackle was Reese St. Clair, the freshman, lays the wood to the 6'5" tight end.
Yeah, and they have him listed as 5'8", but I've known Reese for a long time, and if he's 5'8", then I'm 6'2".
It's a little generous, is what you're saying. Walters, low snap, bobbles it, has to pick it up. He will get rid of it along the sideline. It's Red again. Red, he'll break a tackle, go down the sideline, tiptoes, and finally goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. For such a big body, he's got some good footwork along the edge. And they will whistle the clock dead here. 1:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. For Walters, you see the Indian Valley defense, what they're doing. It's just that soft zone. They're going to let that stuff drop in front of them all game long, or for the rest of the game, I should say. Next pass is a miscommunication. That time Walters goes left side out of the pistol to Kersey, and it fell well short of him, as he was almost looked like a deep out he was thinking, but I think Walters was thinking the curl.
Yeah, Walters had to go fast right there because the official over here said that Red was tackled in bounds, said he fell down in bounds. So as soon as they got the chain set, they started the clock, so Red had to hurry up and go, and I think he just tried to kind of force a quick pass out there.
48-20. Walters goes back out of the pistol. He's got a lot of pressure. It's a throwback screen. Good blocking for Logan Elm, and finding the sideline is going to be Thompson, but it's not going to matter, as Thompson's going to dance around, and he's actually going to find his way all the way to the end zone, but it is going to come back as there is a flag down, and it seemed to be a clear-cut hold, as that 41-yard screen pass from Walters to Thompson is going to mean, well, pretty much nothing on the scoreboard, Shannon.
No, and they actually probably could have got him for...
Actually, they're going to call him for like a low block or a chip block, whatever you want to call it.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say right there. I seen the chop block. You called the hold. I was going to say they actually could have got him for a chop block right there, but that's the one the official called.
So that will back Logan Elm up again, and that's kind of been the story of this game for the Logan Elm Braves. They've had some great moments, but for all those great moments, they have been overshadowed at times by some not-so-shining moments.
And that's the difference between these two Braves teams tonight. Indian Valley also got nailed with a lot of big penalties, a lot of 15-yard penalties, but they were able to overcome them and put drives together and score, where Logan Elm has not been able to overcome them.
2nd and 25 now for Logan Elm. It's a free safety blitz. Free runner at the quarterback. Walters airs it out, and it is incomplete. As good defense over there by a pair of Indian Valley defenders.
Ethan Fair is one of them.
Number 15, and I believe number 14,
Kyler
Vosick. Good defense out on the edge.
Yeah, both of them got there at the same time and was able to cause the receiver to drop the ball.
Our spotter charts now look ridiculous because of all the numbers who have cycled in and out here for Indian Valley in this second half. Ball back to the 46 of Logan Elm. It'll be a 3rd and 25. Walters, handoff. Thompson runs left towards the sideline, and he is driven out of bounds as a solid hit over here along the sideline, and Parker Quillen just sent him out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Parker Quillen over there. Took the right angle. He was able to gain some yards right there, but now it's going to be a big 4th down thanks to the stop by Parker Quillen.
They do get it up to the Indian Valley 45, but because of that chop block, it's still 4th and 16. Walters out of the pistol. Back to pass, looking. He's got some edge pressure. Defender falls down. Pass up the seam. Up and grabbed by, I believe it was number 6, Carson Summers, as he hawked it right in front of the safety.
Yeah, Ethan Fair tried to make a play on the ball, but Summers was in between him and the ball, was able to get the catch.
More tempo out of Logan Elm. Just 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Back to pass, looking. Walters all day in the pocket. He'll stand left, looks right, has a receiver open in the back of the end zone, and it's out of his hands. You had 2 Logan Elm receivers who were converging. Both were wide open, and neither knew who was going to take the ball.
Yeah, it was kind of a deep throw right there. Got over the first guy's hands, and I think the second guy thought the first guy was going to get it. But he was unable to.
So it will be 17 seconds to go. It was a First Federal Community Bank first down for Logan Elm. They're on the edge, just inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Pistol formation, 3 wide receivers right. Free runner at Walters again. It's going to be a throwback screen. Thompson has it, and he will somehow keep his feet and stay in bounds and go across the goal line for the touchdown, as Logan Elm will strike back and make this game just a little bit closer with under 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, they'll get in right here, get a touchdown, and like you said earlier, you're just playing for pride. You kind of get some more points on it, and Coach Lancaster and those guys, they kind of said, hey, look, we got the win. I'm not going to take a chance of hurting one of my starters. So his JV have got a lot of playing time on defense here in the fourth quarter.
So 48-26, extra point is up, and it is good. So Logan Elm brings it back to a 21-point game, but it'll be all for naught as just 8 seconds are showing here from Circleville. We'll obviously keep it right here to round out this contest. Shannon, for Indian Valley, can't even call that a teaching moment necessarily. Maybe for your JV about, wrapping up and such like that, but Thompson, the senior running back, listed at 5'10", $180. He is a load to bring down out of the backfield. And that's one of those moments that if you're the player who missed the tackle on the edge, I bet you're going to remember that when you're doing your off-season training.
Yes, and a lot of times when these JV players come in to get time, you're also getting time against the other JV too. Now they got to see what it was like to play 2 big series against a playoff caliber varsity offense. So like you said, that'll be something that now they can go back and watch this film and say, hey, in the off-season, I need to work on my speed and agility better. I need to work on my reads a lot better. And that's why these kids need this playing time, because that's what builds the future.
So the kickoff is upcoming for Logan Elm. 48-27, 8 seconds to go. They've tried a couple onsides in a row. Do you believe that they would try it again, Shannon? Not that it would matter too much for the final score, but maybe a chance to practice it.
Yeah, well, I got a feeling an onside kick's coming here, but there's only 8 seconds left.
Well, look at how many Indian Valley players are up close to the line. And instead it will be kind of an in-between pooch kick on the kickoff, and the Indian Valley returner will just take a knee.
Well, I do know this. Next week, Indian Valley will be playing Bishop Reedy, as Reedy has won 14-10 over Alder.
Wow, a much closer game than I think some people would have predicted.
Yeah, Alder led most of that game right there, but Bishop Reedy found a way to come back.
So Indian Valley comes out now on offense. Kind of a cool thing. They are going to still keep the starting offense out there to be all together to take this final knee for another playoff victory that these seniors were able to grab. 48-27 will be your final score as Sam Carter gets up under center, readies himself, and will drop down to the grass here in Circleville. The Indian Valley Braves will advance, picking up a win in the opening round of the Division IV Region 15 playoffs. Good overall win that time, Shannon, for Indian Valley.
Yeah, if you're Coach Matt Lancaster, you got to be happy with the way your offense performed tonight. Got to be happy with the way your defense performed. This is one of these games that you came in, you were the underdog. Indian Valley is normally not in that position in the first round of the playoffs. A lot of people don't understand why 16 teams need to be in the playoffs. But tonight, a 13 team come in and handle business, looked like they should have been a top 4, top 5 team. And it's like, this is why you had to extend the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, that will do it for tonight's presentation of high school football. Again, a big shout-out to our sponsors, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, TMK Valley Propane, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Novellus. Stick around as we are going to tally up some stats, get our final thoughts for this game, and hand out our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Stick around. We're back after this.
Do you have property you'd like to have cleared? Do you know the value of standing timber? Well, Millwood Lumber in Hutton is a buyer of standing timber and land across Ohio. Millwood Lumber also offers 2 convenient ways of purchasing firewood. Prepackaged bark-free firewood producing less creosote, ash, debris, and bugs, providing convenience for you. Or you can purchase bulk firewood by the truckload. Learn more about Millwood Lumber. Visit millwoodlumberinc.com.
This is Carly Mills. At First Federal Community Bank, our mission is to empower the financial well-being of our community one person at a time. Through integrity and quality, we earn the trust of our customers and exceed their expectations. First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community since 1898. Serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast, professional service to get you back on the road? This is Garrett Jacobs with AutoWorks Collision Center. We service cars, trucks, SUVs, and even semi-trucks and RVs. Whether you need auto glass replacement, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just a free estimate, AutoWorks has you covered. We even offer alignments for your heavy-duty vehicles like buses, motorhomes, and semis with our state-of-the-art Hunter alignment system. Call 330-878-4223. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Let AutoWorks of Strasburg work for you.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics in the business of making smiles at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
T-County Boxing Academy on East High in New Philadelphia invites anyone serious about boxing to see what they offer and have success just like pro boxer and Yorksville's own Sugar Dre Donovan. T-County Boxing Academy not only offers the area's premier training facility, but also offers the best supplements on the market for peak training to get the most out of your workouts. To see all T-County Boxing Academy has to offer, find T-County Boxing Academy-TCBA on Facebook.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Pat Ferris of Ferris Chevrolet Buick and Toyota. High school sports bring out the best in our schools and in our communities, and the people at Ferris have always believed in the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks we sell and service every day, like high school sports, we're a great tradition in this area. Ferris, on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Welcome back into Circleville. The high school playoffs in round one from Division 4, Region 15. The Indian Valley Braves absolutely handled their business. Easy for me to say, Shannon. It's been a long night. 48-27 over the Logan Elm Braves. You know, I was tallying up some stats. You know, you don't necessarily need to look at the numbers for this to be able to tell you how this game was won and lost. It was all in the trenches tonight.
Yeah, the guys up front on both sides of the ball for the Indian Valley Braves did absolutely a great job tonight. You know, they'll go digest this film and see where they need to make some adjustments. I know Coach is not going to be happy about those penalties in the first half that gave Logan Elm a lot of opportunities, but their offense just kind of made up for those mistakes on defense. That score is it's a score at the end of the night, a 48-27 score. You'll look at that score. People will read that score on the internet and everything else, but that's one of those scores that it's a lot closer than what you would than what it was. I mean, Indian Valley just absolutely dominated the whole first half. Come out in the second half and got things done really quick. And the Braves made quick work tonight. Coming into this, I kind of wondered what their attitude would be coming down here as the underdogs, coming down here playing on a grass field. Got some rain afterwards, and they come in and just handle business.
They absolutely did. And looking at some of the general stats here for the Indian Valley Braves, on the ground, well over 230 yards as a team tonight. They really handled business in that regard. Most of that came from our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, who we will be getting to talk to here in just a little while. On top of that, Sam Carter at the quarterback position, only about 82 yards passing here tonight. Did not have any turnovers, nothing along those lines. It was a very, very, what we would call, efficient outing for Sam. That was exactly what they needed. They just let their big guys in the trenches and their running backs and their workhorses behind them go to work and handle this game and get the win for them.
Yeah, I mean, they did a nice job. Grady Kinsey just played unbelievable football tonight. He was a man on a mission. He was running people over, and he just outstanding. He deserves the award. He got the big sack. I mean, outstanding game.
Definitely was. So we will go ahead and take one final timeout here quickly, but we will be back in 1 minute. We'll get all set up, and you'll hear from your McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Big Z Sports is back after this.
Big Brothers Big Sisters needs your help. Hi, this is Monique Duke, and we are committed to matching 82 children that have been waiting to meet their big. Do you have 4 hours a month that you could share with a little doing something you both enjoy? We match bigs and littles with similar interests, so this could be fishing, going to a ball game, going to church, or even shopping. If you would be interested in changing a child's life, please contact us at 330-339-6916 or visit us at bigsforkids.com/volunteer.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athletes have the best gear for the sports they love. Dumont has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing and embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and all your apparel, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Big Z Sports back again from Circleville as we are set to announce, although Shannon Thomas kind of gave it away there, our McInturf Realty Player of the Game in Indian Valley's 48-27 victory. Running back for the Indian Valley Braves, Grady Kinsey. Tonight, Grady, 18 carries, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns. It was really a bell cow performance. And, did you come in feeling just a little bit different for this game? Did you feel ready to go?
Oh, it felt good coming in. I really love the environment here. Is grass kind of remind me of Kelly Field, the old days. You probably see the jersey.
Yeah, I don't envy who's got to wash that later.
Yeah.
Now, Shannon Thomas said that he had talked to you a couple times throughout the season, and we had given various awards away to players. And every time, you didn't get the player of the game, you didn't get that T-shirt. But he said you had your eyes set on this. So was there a little extra edge tonight?
Yeah. We were really talking about it at practice the other day. We all had these shirts. We had the Subway one, the WJER, and I'm like, oh, I don't have the WTUZ Player of the Game one. And me and KT were talking during the game, like, oh, who's going to get it? You trying to take it from me? That's it.
That was what we said in the first half, because you two kind of just went back and forth.
Because he had a great game, too. He had
Absolutely.
2 picks, 3 touchdowns. It was a great game for him.
So offensively, you have the huge night. But I also want to talk about your defensive side of things, too. You and all your teammates. You guys seemed like you were in the backfield every single snap. Was there just kind of something you guys were working on, just a little extra, that you had some motivation knowing that this team was going to actually put it in the air that you were against?
Mm-hmm. We do a good job watching film all week. We had a great scouting report this week. We always usually step it up in the playoffs. It's great. Me, Quake, and KT, first period together, we're watching film. He's telling me, when they're running X in, that I need to cover the number 3 guy.
You got some good teammates, is what you're saying,
yeah.
Right? So finally for you, Grady, I don't know. Well, yeah, you were there for our extra point show, and they kind of called you your teammates called you the Gym King or the Lifting King of the team.
Yeah.
I think you showed it quite a bit here tonight. How much pride do you take that, kind of having that little bit of a moniker with you?
I really take pride in that and trying to be the strongest pound-for-pound guy on the field at all times, because that's a big part of being a football player, and we take a lot of pride in our weight room, and it shows on the field.
Absolutely. Again, your McInturf Realty Player of the Game for tonight, Grady Kinsey, 18 carries, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, and most importantly, his team wins 48-27 and advances to the second round of the OHSAA High School Playoffs in Division 4 and Region 15. Stick around. We're going to take one more final break here. When we come back, we'll get head coach Matt Lancaster for his final thoughts in the Braves' victory.
Thanks for having me.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the financial needs of local community members for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with the unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact the office at 330-308-8700 or visit cushfinancial.com to schedule your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independent Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden, your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering an experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment. Whether your vehicle needs routine maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook or call them at 740-561-4100.
Final time today from the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. It's your Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. Now joining us is victorious head coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves. Coach, 48-27 the victory. I know that you said in the pregame if you guys could, just handle your business and do what you guys know how to do, you'd come away with the victory. Is this kind of the result that you expected given how your team played?
I mean, it's the result I hoped for. But I knew if our team came out and played well, I thought this could be the result. And they did. They came out and played well. Our offensive line did a good job. Grady Kinsey ran the ball. He's a machine. He ran hard all night, and we got a lot of different weapons offensively. KT did a good job. Sam does a great job of running our offense. But really kudos to the O-line tonight as well, and our defense played solid the whole way through.
So I forgot to ask Grady about this, but I definitely want to ask you about this. How much of a luxury is it having a running back that early on, maybe the second or third carry from the game, you have a safety who comes down and tries to meet him in the hole, and safety goes back how many yards, and Grady's still running? How much of a luxury is that?
It's huge. And like you said when you were talking to him, his weight room is tremendous, and he just works so hard to be the strongest kid on the field. And he gets hard to tackle as the game goes on. I mean, he's hard to tackle first play of the game, but he gets harder to tackle as the game goes on because of his strength and how hard he runs. So that's definitely key to have.
Now, we mentioned, obviously, Grady's performance and the performance you guys had on the ground, but you had mentioned Sam at the quarterback position, how well he did tonight. Kind of a game manager role, but that's all you guys really needed him for, and he was sharp on his passes.
Yeah, he was, and he's grown so much in making good decisions over the last couple of years, and that's what we've been trying to instill in him, and he's been doing that. There's a couple of his best plays were plays where he threw it away or threw a screen that wasn't there, threw it at the running back's feet. He does a great job of keeping our offense from going backwards and not trying to do too much. So he did a great job once again tonight.
So the final score will say that you guys gave up 27 points. We know that kind of works with late game scores and that. Your defense, especially in that first half, I think we had a mark down for 5 sacks. Maybe it was 4 throughout the game. They just increased upon that. They just seem to be a little extra zip from your defensive line coming in here tonight. Were they kind of laser focused all throughout this week?
Yeah, and we pride ourselves on our physicality and our effort, and our defense showed that tonight. They executed their responsibilities well and got after it. Riker had another good game at the end, so did Jackson, and Justin Cadgett's just he does the dirty work in the inside at nose, and he don't get noticed that much, and he don't mind, but he just does a great job. So kudos to those guys. Linebackers did a good job. Our secondary did a great job of not giving up any big plays, and that was one of our key points on defense. So defense played well once again.
I will say Justin did get quite a few shout-outs from us, especially for his sack he got, so hopefully that's a good thing. I know those defensive tackles are the unsung heroes sometimes.
Yep, for sure.
And finally, just kind of a lighthearted thing to round it out here. How hard are you guys going to be on Quake Beatty back there in the end zone trying to defend a 6'5" tight end? He was so close.
His timing was horrible. I mean,
he's a linebacker.
I know he's only 5'2" and was up against a guy that was 6'5", but no, we got on him about his timing because it looked ridiculous, and he was laughing at himself. But that happens. They'll make plays. They're a good team. They can make plays too, and they made one there. And they had a good season. They're a 9-1 team in a good league, and kudos to them.
One last question for you, Coach. It was Bishop Reedy who picks up the victory, obviously, who you guys will be taking on next. Any early indication of anything that you would know about them?
No, just that we played them last year in round 3 of the playoffs, and I know they got a new coach this year, so probably going to be a entirely different defensive scheme. So other than that, I don't know anything about them other than they're a good football team, but every team we see from here on out is going to be a really good football team. So we got to keep working and get back to practice and put another good weekend to go 1-0.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Coach, and congratulations to the Braves.
You bet. Thanks, Nick.
Head coach Matt Lancaster for the victorious Indian Valley Braves. They win 48-27. Will advance to the second round and take on Bishop Reedy. For Shannon Thomas and the entire Claxon Communications crew, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in tonight for high school football from Z Country. We'll see you when we see you.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot, made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's show was presented by Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Novellus, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, TMK Valley Propane, First National Bank of Denison, the Caleb Fell Real Estate Team, Wood Electric, Keim Home Center, Niedenthal and Company, the Commercial and Savings Bank, Dr. Nathan Springer, Auto Works Collision Center, and First Federal Community Bank. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Thank you for listening to Big Z Sports on 99.9 WTUZ, Z Country.